Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there.
Ooh, titty bop, a titty bop, a titty bop, titty bop. Ooh, a titty bop, head knock, a hitty bop, a hitty bop. I said it's a Sunday panel. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. A little drag race here and there. Finale for the Yuku. Oh, UK? How you get cool, Matt? Let's stop. All right. Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are already into the Sunday weekend. Oh, I see you, Kizha. How dare you? Yes, come on. Listen, I'm about to bring in my sis in a good old minute here, but I'm here to introduce myself. First, it's your boy, Matty Rants. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this Sunday for the panel. This is where we talk about a lot of drag race, a lot of LGBTQIA plus community stuff. We also bring up hot topics too. A couple of people are going to need to have a little moment, a few words from us in the panel today. Lil Mama, we're talking about you. So let me go ahead and give y'all my social medias first. And then I'm going to bring in my special guest, Miss Kizha Carr first. And then we're going to go down the line for the co-host. Now, Jamar84 is sitting this one out. He had prior filming obligations. Mama's in, Black Hollywood, Atlanta, filming obligations. He'll be back next week. So here's me. Hi, hello. It's me. Hi, hello. It's at MattyRants on both Facebook, Instagram, also TikTok, and I'm bookable on Cameo. Don't be sending me no nasty stuff, y'all. I already got somebody sending me stuff about some Dom Daddy. Live your full fantasy, but send me nice things like birthdays and things like that. I'm trying to make it somewhere, baby. They go, where are you going to have me? At the Eagle with my mouth open? I mean, maybe. Anywho, you also can donate to the channel. As you know, I'm trying to get a CAR to get me to A to B. Don't forget about C. And by all donations, including your including your super chats, they're all going to come in handy here. Look at this. All right, AZ unboxing dude. Please tell me y'all are going to talk about the favoritism for candy. Absolutely. This is that show. So that's Cash App, $ Matty Rants, Venmo, MattyRants, and PayPal.me/MattyRants. We're going to get this green screen in here, right? Yeah. I'm over here with Bob and Linda at the shop, honey. I'm waiting for my burger. But while I do that, let me go ahead and bring in my first guest, my special guest. Ooh. Now, if y'all didn't know who this is, I don't know what to tell y'all because everybody wants her on Drag Race, but she's like, that's not gonna happen. Baby, you're talking about Dynasty, Rose's mother. Okay, Lemons. I'm not gonna give you the grandmother. We're just gonna say like a grand dame. We're gonna do some. We're gonna do something like that, y'all. Let me introduce this fabulous queen here. I love her so much, and I hope y'all love her too. I know y'all love her too. Let me go ahead and bring in Miss Kizha Carr.
Hi, boo.
Hey, Keish.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, love?
I'm fucking fantastic, boo. I'm ready to talk some shit.
Ooh, I'm ready to hear the shit that you got to talk. I'm here for this.
You know I got opinions.
I'm here for this blue background. This wig is giving me life. Now, hold on. Jamel told me that you're Honey Davenport's sister.
We're not like actual. It was like New York City sisters.
Okay, so I'm
not like drag
low-key.
family.
I'm your New York City niece then, since that's my mama. So there you go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Honey's my drag mother. See, I was like, let's
know that.
I'm waiting until we get on the show so they can have that moment of like gasp. No. Kizha, tell everybody where they can find you at, how they can support you, what you're doing tonight if they in the city, all that good stuff, baby.
Yep. You can find me at That Bearded Queen on Instagram and TikTok, and at Bearded Queen NYC on Twitter. And if you want to like drop me a few coins, something, you can That Bearded Queen on Venmo and Cash App.
There you go.
And I'll be at Industry Bar. I'll be at Industry Bar tonight from 6 to 11, doing a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, come on, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we, not an Ellie Diamond 8 count? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Because she made
No,
it.
ma'am.
Remember, she started that up. Started from the
I was
bottom.
like, how dare you? How dare you?
Oh,
Take
see,
your
I'm
young ass on somewhere. Shut up.
This is the beginning of the rest of the chat. Okay, so listen, we're gonna go ahead and get in the next co-host up in here. I'm feeling myself today. I gotta give a shout out to Chi Chi on Cash App, Casey on Cash App, D on Cash App. I see y'all. I'm gonna give you some love to Alicia. I see you on my PayPal. Oh, y'all coming in with these donations up in here. I appreciate y'all, babies. Let's go ahead and bring in this tree of a man right now. If y'all didn't know about 6'7" C Diggy One, here he is from the Pop Roast Show. I got this right. Yes. With Alexander Diane Rogers on YouTube, as well as his own YouTube channel covering housewives and all the other things that we sometimes like to watch or just wait for the DVR programming of. It's C Diggy One.
Hey.
Hey, Chris.
You give the best introduction.
The truth.
Love it. Have my drink here, my lychee martini, so I'm ready.
Word.
Thank you, D'Anthony, for the little donation. And thank you, Chris, for having your liquid courage here. Kizha, I'm going to give you some little trivia here. This tree of a man was at one of your shows one time, and you had him in the show
Lord.
and had brought him up on stage. Yes.
That doesn't surprise me. But I was probably
Right, I was
drunk,
like-
so I don't remember.
She has met millions of people at her shows. I am such a fan. I love seeing you at therapy. Oh my God.
That's how it worked, bitch.
Okay, see, I had
Word.
to get a little picture representation up in here. Lord, forgive my shiny forehead.
I didn't even know the clubs were open. I will definitely be coming. Well, not tonight, but I'll definitely be coming.
Yes,
in
boo.
We need a week in advance.
Come through. Yeah, we're open.
Did the shot sit in, Chris? Okay, I'm just playing. Chris, where can they find you?
Yeah, they can find me CDIGGI1 on Instagram and Twitter. You can also watch me read the fuck out of people on Pop Roast on Alexander Rogers' channel, as well as the podcast on Spotify and Apple.
Whew. Yes, you can. Lord have mercy. Alex's tongue is like a sword, and this one over here is the other sword unsheathed, dicing and slicing people. As long as they know it's out of luck. No, it's not. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, the next person I'm about to bring up in here, I'm going to not call Chef Boyer D because we're not going to appropriate him like that, and I believe his food tastes a lot better than what comes out the can. This bitch has made a chicken salad, a strawberry pie, some goddamn chicken macaroni and cheese, and had the girls sweating in their feeds. I'm telling you, it's __. You know him, duly noted.
A titty bop, a titty bop, a titty bop, a titty bop.
Hey.
You better shake him.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, Dooley.
Hi. First of all, let me say I'm excited. My good Judy, Miss Kizha Carr Adams, the 97th, is here. I stand this bitch. I feel like industry needs to put me on payroll as many people as I done brought up and through this show.
That is the motherfucking truth right there.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much. And what's funny is once we get Blake up in here, this is low-key the Facebook group.
Yep.
And we're just about to play Jeopardy.
Fully.
Y'all, if y'all are faint of heart or y'all have y'all some sensitivities, y'all might want to log off now because it's gonna get real.
Real.
It's gonna be TRUTH and nothing but. Dooley.
Tina Burner, just so like y'all know that I'm like I do actually like her. So in case I say some shit today, well, no, I know I'm gonna say some shit today. Just I do like Tina Burner as a person, but I'm gonna say some shit. So go ahead.
Y'all can find me on my social. On Twitter, I am _DooleyNoted_. On Instagram, I'm Dooley Noted with 2 underscores for personal. I am DooleyDoesFood for business, which is also the name of my YouTube channel. And as Matty pointed out, my new video drops tomorrow, and it's the recipe for the strawberry pie that I posted. So keep an eye out.
Yes, we all love strawberry pies. We just don't like Okay, so let's do this. Let's continue before I say someone else's name that'll get me dropped off the planet. Oh, it's Blakeisha. It's nice to meet ya. Got that hat brim with the blue background, trying to be a little Keisha and I meet ya. See how I got you this time, bitch. All right, my other light-skinned friend with a good old bowler hat is about to come up in here. You know him for his Ivy Park sweater collection and only this color wall. It's Blakeisha.
Very facts. Like Chris is right. You give the best intros. The best intro. I almost today.
I swear it's always literally as soon as I get in here and I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I want to say. Blake, where can they find you in the navy blue that is the walls?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at BARowley86, on Instagram at RowleyB, and on YouTube at BRowley. And as my mama says, if you have nothing nice to say, you can always sit by me. Come on, Mama Isha.
Fabulous. We do love a little bit of wisdom and brown liquor in our Sunday afternoons. Water for Dooley, and as for me, I've had 2 of my rolled up babies, and I'm ready to go. So now that y'all have met the cast for the panel this good Sunday, it's time to go in. So we're gonna, and I'm trying to do this quick because Kizha's got to work tonight. And so I low-key want to get through Drag Race and give her a portion of Little Mama Reed. I do. But we were talking about Drag Race first, and we were always going to start this off with UK because this is the last episode for UK, everybody. We finally had the finale. After nobody going home and us having a top 4 for no apparent reason to give us the top 3 to lip sync for the finale, we have a winner. It's Lawrence Chaney. It brought a lot of people online to have some sort of an opinion about this, and hate was then sent afterwards. Everybody, I know Bimini Bon Boulash was the one who we figured would win because they had the best track record so far. But Lawrence Chaney winning, is this okay? Are we okay with this? I'm okay with this.
I mean, it was the winner that I thought was going to happen pre-COVID. And then, you know, once we had COVID, Bimini came through with a new game, and it was just like, oh, bitch. Like, this is who you're going to be now? So that was obviously the winner we all wanted, but Lawrence is cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's mad that Lawrence won. I think people are just disappointed Bimini didn't.
Yeah.
Because Bimini ran the girls for 5 episodes.
She ran up. She held them up. She took their money.
Jumped from a chair and drop split on the stage and give me my money. And that's pretty, well, actually badge. Give me my badge.
The repeater badge.
Yeah, not money, honey. I know everybody's here kind of feeling the same way. It's fine that Lawrence won. Like, what's the big deal? Why are we having to send somebody hate over this? Or why are we sitting here going off on everyone from that? Now, mind you, had Taste had the better track record, that was going to be her win. Because this was the episode that was basically a run through for her. Oh, we're performing Chickie D's. I'm here for it. But again, a bodysuit with feathers is not going to get you the top spot all the time. You know, ask season 13. Mm-hmm. Oh, Kizha.
When did that ever work for her on the show? It has never worked for you. Why are you bringing that as your finale look? Boo! Boo!
Boo! I agree. Like, that was the one thing that I wanted from Taste that I didn't really get. Like,
Taste,
she was always beautiful and like looked really, really, really pretty. But like when it came to like the fashion and the taste level, I was like, girl, where are the fashions?
Well, according to Vinegar Strokes, they're in a Horace closet. But let's see here. Yeah, we'll get there too, because I'm gonna talk about somebody who literally has a bitter name that literally was being bitter about somebody's entire run on Drag Race. When girl, you was in the bottom how many times, and it was out the door like that. And I love me some Vinegar.
5,300 bottoms. 565.
More like 5 minutes. So listen, do you guys think Rue favored Lawrence from the start? That's a good question.
I mean, Lawrence was doing good in the beginning. So, I mean, I don't think so.
I mean, I will say this. Lawrence had a whole catchphrase, or I think like day one, like Lawrence Chaney, like right from the start. It was, oh, I know exactly how I'm going to talk to you, girl. I know exactly how I'm going to do that. Ellie even had to ask her, like, why don't you give me a Scottish accent? You know what I'm saying? This season was good though. This is what I liked about Drag Race UK. I was surprised. I mean, somebody walked off during the lip sync for fuck's sake, and then still came back for the last episode, which made no sense to me. I was like, so you don't bring her back for after COVID, but once we get to the finale, she was okay.
Baby, I would have lost that bitch's number. There is no way she would have come back up in my workroom. Absolutely not.
I was surprised she came back.
It was
surprised to see her.
I was shocked.
Ooh, honey, a good old like grocery shopping outfit too. I was like, you better have came up in here like you about to get you a bag of noodles and some lettuce, like a good old cabbage. You know, sister has like a push cart. I was like, okay.
She has that plastic plaid bag, that big one.
Can I say one thing about Lawrence Chaney? Right quick? I think that she won because she actually needs the crown. I don't think Bimini needs the crown. She's going to be a success regardless. Like, I think Lawrence needed it.
Agreed. Bimini's going to have the same, like, whether she won or not, she's going to have the same amount of followers. People are going to love her regardless. Whereas Lawrence, if she hadn't won, she would not have, like, she would not get the opportunities that she's going to get now. I agree.
Yeah.
I feel that the show was kind of the lead on that, the wow show. Like just how Vivian won, because it's like, oh, we can make a show out of this from the Donald Trump bit. Better yet, Bagga, you didn't even win, and here you are now involved in this whole spell. You know what I'm saying? Like with Lawrence, I can see so many possibilities for how that show is going to go down, and it's going to be fucking hilarious because you know Michelle Ross or Carson or Graham or Alan Carr are not going to be directing them. You know that's going to really help. That definitely helps. And it's not going to be under RuPaul's Drag Race like that. But I don't know. I like Lawrence. I was glad they won. I wanted Bimini to win. I didn't see it for taste, but I was like, yes, you better wear out that Elton John song. You better wear it out.
She wore it out, baby.
Had it been purely on the lip sync, Taste would have walked home with a crown.
Well, I'm still standing. I was like, yes, you are. Yes, you are, bitch. I guess give me some shout outs here. Larissa, I see you on my Cash App, baby. Kimberly, hey bunny. Christine, Taste was my favorite on all lip syncs, but agree with you. Said that she won, she would get too much hate. Because that was what I said. If Taste had won that,
yeah,
they would have fell over, girl. Another one, like you know what I mean?
Another one.
Another
Wait,
one.
Can we talk about that? They were going over all this choreography and being like, oh, this choreography of this challenge. Oh my God, this choreography. And then they got up there and step touched.
It was that simple.
I was mad. That's why I'm so glad Taste went off because I was mad. Lawrence, you can't step touch.
Wait, remember Lawrence was like, ooh, girl, I'm tired, girl. I'm real tired. He wore me out.
I got pins on my feet. I saw that choreography. I said, bitch, you had Dr. Scholes was in the house for that performance. Y'all need to stop.
The way she was talking, I thought we was finna get a Lorianne Gibson boom cat in this bitch. Like,
I was waiting for it.
Bing Bang Bong was much more complicated.
I wanted to see as much sweat as Olivia had during the Rusical on Lawrence Chaney, and I didn't see one little drop hit. I didn't see none of it. So I knew better. Like, girl, you got me on some fuck. She was on Ellie like this. Oh my God. I said, girl, what was happening? You were pushing the broom. You was pushing the broom. Like you was sweet. You Monet exchange into the competition.
Fully.
Because apparently that was iconic coming in as a maid. All right. So listen. UK is done. It's Lawrence's. That's it. Like, we're not going to cut it on that. Hey, season 2 was great. Thank you, Drag Race. That was some good production. Can't wait for what season 3 holds. Keep on bringing in more people of color. Keep on bringing in people who are talented. Let's also work on how the edit is going, because I got to say this right now. Please stop with these kiss-ass edits, because that performance on stage was terrible. We knew because the camera kept doing this. Like, I almost had a problem with my vision at the end of it, because my eyes were running Kennedy Davenport through. So it was like, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? I'm trying to focus, and now, can you feel I felt like a chameleon. I was like, what's happening? I didn't know what was to take place, but seriously, please don't do that to me anymore. I'm starting to see my age come up, and I'm like, it was bad.
It was a really good season, though.
And can
because
RuPaul...
I was not here for season 1.
Would you say, Kizha?
Agreed. I said, can we get RuPaul has coins. So why do we get these recycled looks? Why is she shooting her album covers and her season promos in these finale looks? Why are we doing this, RuPaul? You have the coin. You shouldn't ever see a repeated look from RuPaul. Ever in life. Serious point blank.
Kizha, when you started talking, I thought you were gonna go in a different direction. I was gonna say, RuPaul, can we get some younger judges or someone that represents the younger generation? Because the mean age, that was a Jeopardy question. The mean age of all of the judges, at least for US, is like 53. It would be nice to have someone a little younger and more in touch with what's happening in the clubs right now on that panel.
Well, you know, I like the black girl though. I can't remember her name.
Well, that's what.
She's really funny.
Nicole Byer. Nicole Byer should be a permanent judge.
She should. Nicole Byer should
because they want to get mad at these. They want to get mad at these little 21-year-old girls for not knowing who Betty Page is, or who Betty Davis is, or who Mommy Dearest is. And it's like, well, they're 21 years old. That's not about not knowing her history. That's 30 years before they were born. Get out of here with that.
And what Jamel is referring to
was around for Mean Girls.
Okay, see, now Jamel brought up that mean because that was a Jeopardy question this last week, Kizha, over the judges and what the mean age was, and everyone's doing the math like, how old are these people? But it is nothing wrong with them being older. It's just mix it up a bit. Give us a little bit of like some sort of umpty-ump that someone would know what this 21-year-old queen is given because she relates totally to it. Not Carson going, this is fascinating, like looking like a claymation figure. Like, I'm sorry. And then you got Ross over here in shorts. He's been in shorts the entire season with these suits. The entire season.
You mean that something Madison Beer doesn't do it for you?
You said who?
Madison Beer doesn't do it for you?
You need to stop.
Girl. Do not even next caller.
Now this isn't Zoom. I can mute you. Mute. Okay. Madison. Madison Beard. You better change your background with that bullshit. Okay, back to I'm sorry, Blake. You got my blood pressure up. Hey, Robert, thank you for the Cash App donate. Thank y'all so much for being here today. I see y'all commenting and shit. We talking some good old trash today, but real shit. T.S. Madison does need to come back. I do agree with that, Daddy Michael here. I was here for T.S. Madison. And, you know, it's so funny. RuPaul, a lot of your material was sitting right in front of you. So I was like, oh, how interesting. This is your script. Okay. So, but yeah, UK's
reading Rue today.
I mean, let's be clear.
No lies have been found.
Your pussy up was Madison before RuPaul ever said that. Let's be very clear there. So, and RuPaul has a whole song with Step Your Pussy Up. Madison not even on that track. She on another one, but not that track.
Own a business, get a job, suck a dick.
This is a question. Did y'all think Nicki Minaj was a good judge?
I don't remember.
I think comparatively, yes. So, because they actually showed her giving like critiques, but then it's like, well.
It's okay. Here's the thing with certain celebrities that come on there as guest judge, some of them feel more catered to in the episode than other guest judges who are there as like, oh, I'm just here and what. She was a catered to guest judge. That's not fair because the whole episode was literally like almost synchronized around her. She even came backstage and talked to these people. And of course, Nicki is like prolific for whatever reasons. Y'all rap, excuse me, and other things like that. Like I'm not knocking Nicki, but it's the ones to me who you don't expect to be there that are not super, super famous right now that I enjoy seeing. Because I'm like, oh, I forgot about this person. Let me go watch their shit again. Oh, this person was in this. I didn't know that. Let me go ahead and look at this again. I like people who remind me of where I came from, not people who I know right now. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I know who this baby is.
Right.
I know what she's going to give me. Tiffany Pollard was nice to see only because we hadn't seen her in a minute. And it was like, here come this googly-eyed bitch, and she's about to give us everything. I was living. It was funny. But that's how I feel. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg was another one.
Whoopi was great.
Because
I love her.
She was chill. She was literally high as hell the whole episode. Like, yeah.
She was high as fuck. Yep. The whole
absolutely.
And her devil lettuce.
Leslie Jones was good, but then Leslie Jones can't go on Twitter and then start to go crazy. And then also be in this judges panel because Mama be on Twitter like fuck her. And I'm like, this thing. I mean, yeah, she's trash right now, but not fuck her. Anywho, let's get to 13 right now. Let's just go ahead and pop on in here, babies.
Great.
Okay, look. We got another donate. Gaga outdid all the other celebrity guest judges. Intimate one-on-one critiques, even if they lasted 30 seconds. I love that. Gaga was fun. I did like the fact that she was so into, that was the outfit I wore for such and such and such and such. It really meant this, but not really this. That reminds me of the time. I was like, okay, we're on an HBO special. I'm here for it. Okay, 13 had a branding challenge.
Boo. Eliminate them hoes.
13 had Are You Smarter Than a Pit Crew Member as a mini challenge.
Jabria, are you smart?
Boo! I can't with the mini challenge. I can't.
Girl.
First of all, Bryce is an aerospace engineer, so ain't none of them hoes smarter than Bryce. Number A. Number B, why are we doing these mini challenges that are just commercials? They don't have no bearing on the competition whatsoever. This is just a commercial for some underwear that ain't got no room for dick or ass in it. So
Thank you.
You know they overstuffed them things. So.
I'm getting tired of seeing it because you know better. It's like, girl, you know that boy ain't wiggling that around. That thing's stiff. Look at him jiggling nothing.
It literally looks like they're tennis balls. It's tennis balls in their crotch.
Like that, is that where all the pagers go to recycled into little cups inside their I don't understand it. I can't do it. Someone tell me why Got Mick wasn't lip syncing. Just slap me over the head with this judging. Why don't you?
Because she was not home.
Exactly.
Her outfit, honestly, I think was what saved her truly, because that commercial was shit. But there was also some other shit we saw this episode. Let me go ahead and run through this real quick. Basically a mini challenge that brought us to Fox with Jeff Foxworthy for some fucking reason, where Candy Muse was given $2,500 since Mama can't count. I hope she don't get to the bank and start an argument over $25,000. Then we go ahead and get into a branding challenge where these girls needed to brand soda pop or Coke for the girls in Texas, and they need to make up a little jingle to go with this, a 45-second commercial. A bitch needs to be funny and sell themselves. The queens get all that together. Everyone's staring at each other because the cameraman decides to say, hey, look over there and be worried over people's ideas and thoughts. They get to then go to a really cold green screen room. I'm thinking it's the same room me and Honey did that video at in the World Wow Studios. And Ross and Carson then whisper to each other who they like and who they don't like. That's what happened. Literally. Okay? Come back here. We're going to get our clothes together. It's a furry runway. Candy did not get the memo. Not at all. So RuPaul comes out.
The running list generally. Did she ever get the running list generally speaking, honey?
Girl.
Let me get there, girl, because trust me, I have a lot to say. The runway was something else. We have a double win between Rose and Simone, a bottom three of Tina Burner proportions, along with Utica and Got Mick. Got Mick, get to the goddamn back of the stage, because these two goofballs are gonna have to lip sync to My Humps by Black Eyed Peas, where we saw one out of rhythm and the other one doing a lot. I didn't know whether to give $1, a quarter, or a slap in the reference to that lip sync. That was the episode. I didn't care for Untucked because it was just I love you. I'm not mad at you. Rose, Tina. Aw. All right.
I mean, where to begin? Shit.
Well done.
We already read the mini challenge. Let's go into sort of how the queens were being critiqued when they were doing their performances, and why I felt that was weird of Carson and Ross to only give certain critiques to specific people.
It was a setup, and I will stand by that.
They
So first and foremost, can we acknowledge that Tina Burner got eliminated before the roast? She got eliminated one episode before the roast. That made me go, But then the actual critiques, Candy came down the runway looking a hot fucking mess.
Girl, what was that?
Did not do the assignment, and then they gave her non-critiques as it really pertained to the outfit. It was just kind of this like, ambiguous / vague / non-related comments.
Jada was there too, y'all. I apologize. My baby Jada was there. Forgive me,
Jada,
Jada. I
yeah.
can't associate
Jada
you
was
with the
there.
boringness. I couldn't associate with you with the boring.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Farnsworth, the lip sync was Weird Al versus Julia Stiles.
It was.
I think that's kind.
I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I was laughing. Well, I was laughing at them.
At Candy?
No.
The
That's
lip sync.
the
The lip
lip
sync.
sync.
The lip sync.
No,
No,
lip sync. I'm still talking about the runway.
yeah. Well, let's just get to the runway here. Beast Couture. First up was
Runway,
Utica.
okay.
What do we think? What do we think of Utica?
I liked it.
It was cute.
I liked you because runway look
No.
because when I went to her Instagram and she had like the Lumiere, I was like, okay, I'm here for this Beauty and the Beast sort of collabo Utica.
Kizha.
I actually enjoyed Utica's look. I enjoyed it, but what I did not like was the fact that it was a person wearing a pelt as opposed to being the Beast.
It was not a beast.
And I said, well, that's not the challenge. That's not the challenge.
You didn't see
I
her
thought she
little
looked beautiful though.
You didn't see her little horns? That wasn't enough for you, Kizha?
I'm a mouse. Duh. No. Boo. Cut it. No.
If we're talking about the challenge here, I think the only people who actually did it was who was it? Rose and
Simone.
Olivia. I love Simone's look, but I thought when I think of Beast, I think of actual like Monsters Inc. Beast, or like an actual beast.
I'm gonna have to support
It was
Nikki.
more
in this.
like a furry challenge to me, almost.
Really? Okay.
I love Simone's look though, but it was just giving more so like sexy
What about-
furry person.
Well, what big mouth, sex beast, sexy beast. She was
Yeah,
okay.
she went campier with it than
Yeah,
I would say Rose or Olivia went with it. I think
yeah.
it was still Beast because it's still a beast.
Yeah, it's still
but
it's considered, one of those savage animals that farmers have to worry about fucking up their, shit or whatever, and small things that can be taken, little ducklings,
Miss
and
Carr,
chickens.
I don't know if you can confirm this or not, but my question, so I know sometimes the girls get like ambiguous things to bring, and so like they might have got a sheet and it might have not just said beast. So I'm wondering if like the cast members for the season were literally told to bring a beast outfit, or if it was a word or something that was like else.
no. So what it said was, it said this runway is Beast Couture, and so we were preparing for like, we thought that was going to be the roast challenge, and it was going to be the roast of Alyssa as like, but that's why we were like, it has to. You should look like a beast. You should look like a. That's the why.
And you were helping Rose with that with her look. Is that right? Bitch, girl.
Yeah,
Girl.
with just her whole package. With her package.
Keisha, you did your listen,
I didn't
y'all.
make that. Don't.
Well, I'm just saying, all together, like being like, okay, yeah. Like even when a friend is like, keep this path going, that was incredible. I was like, bitch, you actually hit that runway, and I'm so glad they made her last, because that would have really hurt everybody else after her. It'd been like, oh, okay, so how you gonna top this off?
Yeah.
Like that one time when Utica and Simone and everybody went and they were all good, and then all of a sudden it was like Tina Burner and Elliot and several other people who were trash that week. So it's like, I love that. But yeah, that's why I went off on Candy so hard, because I was like, girl, this is not the assignment. An alien is not a beast. If you wanted to be beast and be an alien, aliens, Ridley Scott, Sigourney Weaver, alien. Like make it look like a monster. Like you literally came out in some $25 jumpsuit, girl, with a $15 inflatable with some wrecked makeup and tried it. And you got to walk. You got to walk away from the car accident that you gave. How are you Halle Berry? How are you Halle Berry? Bitch, you done hit and run? Like, nah.
Even in the makeup, like any other girl, I feel like would have gotten red for not having a face that matched the color of the latex. Like, you just went out here like, girl, you look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. Her whole face was just her same color. It wasn't even
like. Usually I'm like here for Candy's makeup. I'm not here for Candy in a lot of things, but usually I'm here for Candy's makeup because her makeup application is actually really good. But that was a hot, shitty mess on fire. That face was not it. It didn't even like, it wasn't even the same color palette. It was like jewel tones, and she had like neons, and it just didn't make any sense.
She overdrew the lip. She overdrew the brow. She did the eyes all crazy to make it look like the actual like blow up alien. But it's like you didn't need to do all that. You could have cleaned it up there. You could have, taken a little piece of paper and said yes. I don't know what you wanted to do, but that's not what we got, and it was terrible.
It was giving Teletubby.
Yes,
with a furry bikini.
But that part. Why were your titties fuzzy and your muff fuzzy too? Was that the beast? I didn't understand. What about that was hot couture? I'm so mad at that outfit because Candy did pretty decent these last couple of episodes on the runway, and I was expecting her to go ham on this kind of like situation. Hell, someone should have dressed up as Alyssa Edwards. That'd been fucking hilarious.
That would have been,
That would have been hilarious. Beast, like literally went out there as Alyssa in her comedy outfit in the red with those little horrible kitten pumps she had on, and just do a little Michelle, and that would have been funny. But nope, we didn't get that.
The camera dress bitch just came.
Any ugly thing she's worn on that runway.
Oh my god, I still like that camera dress.
Any ugly
You mean all of them? No, I'm just playing. Okay, giving some love to Robert.
But, okay,
hey, I see.
people liked Olivia's look, and I just didn't. I didn't feature Olivia's look.
It felt on brand for Olivia. It felt very Monsters Inc., very young, very
Disney, very, she's stepping out in this bodysuit. Low key, it's mostly a bodysuit with a bit of fuzz and then a little muff up top because I looked at it later and I was like, ooh, now I see what everybody's talking about. But I still like the colors key. So
yeah, it was just it was like budget, like stuffed animal from the bin at Big Lots that's supposed to look like Monsters Inc., but it doesn't really, you know what I mean? It's like that thing. It's like the knockoff Disney brand. That's what I was like, this is
not Big Lot.
Oh, so
Big
it was
Lots, bitch. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's on Freeform. Okay, yeah. Hold on. The stunts with this show now, I cannot. So bother. We want real reality TV, but not this version. The true fans will stop watching after the season. Honey, we'll get ready because they're talking about doing next season live. So that's where the fans are. Yeah, there's been talks about another season. Well, the next season happening and it being more of a live and the fans getting to vote on specific stuff. So get ready.
I'm out.
Well, they gotta switch it up somehow.
I was like, girl, I don't know if I want to audition for that shit.
NCM switched it up. NCM had the girls voting for models that they wanted to stay and models that they wanted to go.
Oh, that season was terrible.
I hate this idea. Like, I'm triggered. I'm thinking back to American Idol, that episode where Fantasia was in the bottom with
Jennifer Hudson and LaToya London. Yep, all three.
And they was all down, and Black America was like, nigga.
Girl, everybody's.
If they let people vote, Pearl gonna win every season.
Or meaning I'm first.
Cameron Michaels would have won.
Cameron Michaels gonna win every season of Drag Race.
Is she white? Check. She got abs? Check.
I have a question related to that, but I'll ask y'all a little bit later.
Oh Lord! Well, you might as well say it now, Chris.
We here now, girl.
On Twitter, a lot of people are saying that they're not going to let Simone win because it's going to be the third Black queen to win in a row, and I don't get that. Like, if she's good, she's good, And we've had 5 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race without a Black winner, and we've had 3 All-Stars without a Black winner. So,
World of Wonder owes us reparations for All-Stars 3, so they can
that's why Monet won All-Star.
I think that Simone has a good chance of winning and it not just being based on her race. I think that Simone's track record, her likability, and the way she's performed and carried herself in the competition will be what is going to be considered a part of the criteria over anything. It is something that is being said only because fans are... There's been too much in the past of bullshit we've seen with colorism, racism, etc., and microaggressions and all that type of stuff. But if Rose turns this out in the next couple of weeks, I may be going, Rose deserves this crown. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, I hope that if Simone wins, that's not what everybody says. Oh, it's because she's Black and they're just doing this little thing like that. And if Simone doesn't win, I hope they just say, oh, it's because she, I hope it's not because she's Black. Like, I would hate for that to be the reason. Like, we're doing a color quota. Dot, space, dot. No. Like, what were they going to do? I mean, Hell, Taste. Imagine if Taste won just because she was black over UK because Lawrence and Bimini did their run. They're like, well, don't want to mess up everybody's feelings, so here comes no. It's who deserves it. I hope it's not that way, but
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh.
I think I have a feeling that if it's close between Simone and someone else, Simone will not win. Because I do believe that I love her to death. I love her to death, but I do believe that last season, Jada was given the crown because of our political climate. And because Gigi won that episode.
I agree.
Oh.
I thought Gigi should have won.
So if it's close, I thought Gigi should have won. And given where we are now, I think if it's close, she deserves to win at this moment. She deserves to win. But if it's close, I don't think they'll give it to her.
I don't know that I could support a Gigi win.
I can't.
Really? She killed the whole season.
When they showed you how much
killed it.
Background, I was just like, this is a lot. Like, this is a privileged white girl getting everything she needs and second ass to RuPaul. I'm not here for it.
I don't know.
Woo!
It's not like Eureka won or something. It was like
Exactly.
Can you never speak those words ever again?
Ever.
Well, she's gonna be on All Stars. Maybe I can see it. So,
we also don't want World of Wonder to roll into our home.
I thought she should have. I'm glad Gigi didn't win. But I
have never been so quiet in my entire life. I swear to God. Baby, you took my soul with that. When I say did not hear that come out your mouth. Listen, Jada was my winner. That was for me. I like Gigi a lot. Met Gigi, lovely. When I met Gigi, that's when I met Simone. Same time. I was like, oh, and that when I saw Simone perform, I was like, oh yes, bitch. She wasn't even dancing and was doing a Lil' Kim song and was cutting the fuck up. So for I respect Kija's opinion, but fuck it. I thought it was Jada's. You gonna let my Prince 1999 bitch won? Okay, no, I think Jada won that last episode for sure, and that's why it was like give it to Jada. But Jesus Christ, I will say that Take On Me that Gigi did was fucking iconic. That was everything. Yeah, I will never get over that. Whew, got me talking here. Oh, my blood pressure's up. Bitch, how dare you? Oh, I was not ready. Okay, so on to
it's Simone's to lose at this point.
Okay. Right. Okay, well, I like that. It's Simone's to lose because clearly it's like we. On to the eliminated queen is Tina Burner. Are we thankful that we are no longer going to have ketchup, mustard, and whatever like dipping sauce concoction as a color palette? Yeah. Are we sad that we won't get a chance to see her in the roast episode, which probably would have been a key win? I
thought it would have been a key win for her.
I am not sad about it, baby. Joyful. We adore thee.
I'll be honest with you. It was a lot of hype behind the burn, and honey, it was barely a sizzle. And that's why for me, it was like, okay, she can go. We good. But if you come back Tina Burner, because all I saw was Tina Belcher.
Did she create this yellow, red, and orange like for the show, or has she always been that way?
Tina had a different repertoire.
So Tina, over the past like year and a half, Tina started doing this. And I honestly think that it was in preparation for her to get onto the show. Because her name is Tina Burner. And regardless of what she says, that shit was a Tina reference. Yeah. It was also a Tina Turner reference, but it was also a meth reference in the very beginning. And so she was doing this in an effort to spin the narrative around her name. She just overcorrected. She went too far.
So she already knew what was up, started the branding part of it to make that sort of a theme, helped him. Okay, that makes sense. I just wish that she would stop looking like terrible in every fucking workroom shot with these. all red outfits, this orange, these black wife beaters underneath for some fucking reason, these hats that are clearly $5 that you got in like bulk and just got different colors of all the same colors. Like I'm like, girl, it was like watching an American Apparel ad. Like honestly, like just basic colors, and it was terrible.
An American Apparel ad.
Y'all remember that store?
I wouldn't even say American Apparel. I would say East Bay.
Ooh,
At least have like good stuff.
I totally
Bitch,
forgot
that was City
about
Trends. Don't try it. That was City Trends.
Right.
or dots or something like that. You know, somewhere, you know, hood adjacent, rainbow, bitch. Like, you know,
Ross.
get up,
Yeah.
get you a good old pack of 20 socks for $5, honey. We gonna walk out the store. Shoot, while you playing, I've been up in there many a time. Give me some. Okay, I need a quick little this. I'm out the door. But no shade to Tina Burner here. I just did not really feel her this season, and I wanted to. But she ended up being a sidekick to Candy, and that's not a sidekick you need to be. Like, you are a sidekick, sister. Like, it was like Lurch, the loud one, and then got Mick. Like, that's what it was. Like, I didn't understand. I felt bad for Tina, and her runways were
they are really Candy for top 4.
Look, I've known Tina for over a decade now, and fashion has never been her strong suit. Never. And in fact, at her birthday roast last year, I read her for her fashion. Told her that just like her fashion is terrible. We know this. But the thing about the appeal of Tina Burner is not something that I think you can get on RuPaul's Drag Race. Tina Burner is an experience. You have to be at a Tina Burner show in order to understand what Tina Burner does and who she is. Like, it just doesn't translate to RuPaul's Drag Race.
And I promise you, once this gets clearer and I fly back out to the NYC, because I plan on doing it, I will go to a Tina Burner show. I will tip the dog because I believe in supporting. But that's the thing too. Same thing with Raja O'Hara. Everybody saw her on TV and was like, I met her. She did my face. Sweetest person I've ever met. I was like, I don't understand what everyone's talking about. Like, what happened here, girl? It just was how everything worked for me. They asked questions. I stated how I felt. Flip the whole scenario on you, and bam, that's what you're gonna look like. So now it's like, let me think before I speak, and that's where a lot of these queens are doing now on the show. They're worried about whatever they say is gonna just make them look crazy, which, you know, it can be. I don't know. How do y'all feel about Untucked now too? Because this shit's kind of boring to me. I'd be like, girl, someone needs to scream or throw a chair.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
It's like we keep vacillating between RuPaul's best friend's race and RuPaul's trauma race. It's either one or the other. It's just like, girl, like, we need to strike a balance.
Don't forget RuPaul's gaslight race.
That too.
Very much like, we told Tina Burner she was going home before we did the lip sync. Like, it felt like an exit package. They had to for her, whoever that was that spoke on her behalf.
Here's Tina's mom, surprise! Like, oh girl, they was gonna say
Tina was having a whole emotional breakdown. Then you got to go out there and do my humps. Wow.
I feel like I've always said that, like, the show needs to just cast the best queens that they can find, and you'll get your drama. The problem is that they can't do that now because no one's going to give them the drama because they're afraid of the fans, because the show has never protected the girls after the fact. And if they had protected the girls in the beginning, then you would get the show. You wouldn't have to doctor it. You wouldn't have to do anything to it. But they chose not to protect the girls, and so they're all tight-lipped. And that's why we're left with Candy.
Speaking of the best queens, you will never try to go on the show?
No, never.
Oh.
Nope.
Wow.
I have never auditioned, will never audition.
She said you will not get me.
I keep sending my daughters off. I keep sending friends. And... Nope. I'm good.
That's fair.
Oh, Kizha, listen, when I get to NYC, honey, I'm going to paint with you, dog. Like, I gotta ask.
Oh man, we are going to industry. I have to take all of my friends there. It is a good time.
The giggle I have had today in these 40-something minutes with over 800 people on YouTube watching us right now and on Facebook. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is one hell of a panel today. We are dragging and dagging. I'm going to make that a word today. Dagging. finish the rest. Ooh, okay.
All of my fantasies about being on RuPaul's Drag Race involve lip syncing, but I would never be in the bottom. So
See, and for me, it's like, okay, if I get on there, I really want to do comedy challenges so I can show everybody my fucking funny, and I want to like blow people away on the runway. But if I have to lip sync, yeah, I'm gonna want to wear it out, but I don't want to be doing that all 4 or 5 episodes, Taste. I don't. Like,
right.
That's gonna be taxing. Like, girl, they're gonna read me just so I can lip sync. No, I'm not about to be doing all that because I'm gonna be one of those girls up on the stage that's like, nah, RuPaul, or nah, Michelle. No, no, it's not. I'm pretty. I know you are. Yes, I am. I'm Chanel. God damn it! Yeah, this is that again. Bring her back. No, because I like Chanel that season. That was
fully.
funny.
I would be Chanel. I'd be like, I
am beautiful, and you can't tell me that I'm not beautiful. And I put all this together. Like, for one, Chanel juggled down that goddamn runway, and to give Rebecca any sort of win or like, girl, I couldn't believe that season. I really was hot. Season 1. They pushed Rebecca all the way up the cock.
Justice for Jade.
Justice for Jade.
Oh,
Jade won that lip sync. Jade won that lip sync.
We know Dooley has a special place for Jade.
Drag is not a contact sport. Okay, then. So what's happening here? She straight up choked that bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I can't. I don't see you walking kids in nature. Hold on. Yes, mama. Yes. When Tammy Brown read RuPaul at DragCon, bitch, I'll never forget that moment. I will never let that go. It almost missed me. Jamar was like, girl, did you hear that? I was like, bitch, she dragged her. I couldn't believe it.
She dragged her in that reunion.
Okay. She said, oh, here comes another playlist. Track number 5. I was crying.
Another playlist.
Because she started the DJ set. She goes, oh, another playlist. Track number 5. Jamming. I was like... I took a picture literally as she's saying that.
Brown.
She's like just reading, and I'm like, girl, I'm trying to take a picture, and you're trying to make me cackle. Like, oh, she's like, I'm sorry, but she's a sweetheart. Let's see here. Remind us again where we can find Kizha. I'm in Ohio, but I like her personality. I want to follow her. Come on, Kizha.
Oh, thanks, boo. At That Bearded Queen. That's That Bearded Queen on TikTok and Instagram, and then Bearded Queen NYC on Twitter.
Fabulous. I'm so mad I looked for you on Twitter and did not find you until Dooley tagged you. And I was like, Twitter does not like me. Like,
I was like, it's right there.
I typed in Bearded Queen in different forms, like Bearded Queen, Bearded Space Queen, Bearded underscore. I was like, where is she? So before Kizha goes here, because Kizha's going to hit us on the hour mark because Mama's going to be at Industry tonight. And if y'all in New York City, please go out to Industry and support the doll. I'm going to bring up the first of the hot topics here, and we'll probably Kizha close this out on, you leave on that, and then we'll finish the rest. Words. There was a rumbling on the internet from somebody who hasn't made a hit song in decades at this point. I'm not going to misgender this person. I'm not going to be rude about this situation. I'm going to try to be as polite as possible. However, somebody's doppelganger has been running around town trying to tell us that she's being bullied, or the heterosexual community is being bullied, and that they need to make a group or a pride needs to be put together to combat the bullying from the LGBTQ+A community. Now, I don't know who was in her inbox trying to eat that cat that made her want to say all this today, and who was pressing her buttons and trying to figure out, Shad Moses, is that you? Like, I don't understand that, but I would like to know what the fuck is going on with Lil Mama? Why is she coming up now? And did she forget how transphobic she was to Laomi on ABDC with other comments that happened after that? And you and your growing hip hop checks cannot come for nobody. So what's the tea?
I blame ignorance.
Who wants to start?
For her to be a double minority and say this, I don't know. The best thing she's done is like in that TLC movie, and that's all I can give her credit for.
I guess
not the TLC movie.
I mean, she did a good job as Left Eye, but I mean, other than that, I just really can't.
I guess I'm just disappointed because I remember almost 20 years ago when like the LGBTQ community rocked with Lil Mama. Like we were in her corner when folks talked about how she looked, when folks talked about her music. Like the queer community rocked with her, and so for her, we sort of got over the ABDC thing, and not for this shit to happen, girl. Like, I'm good on you. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this came from she was on live with someone who was talking about trans children and how and they got into this big conversation about how kids shouldn't be able to make that decision, blah blah blah, and then they were talking about kids' genitals and shit, and like I think this is an offshoot from that conversation. But my thing is, like, if you don't know something about something, shut the fuck up. If you are just ignorant about a situation, shut the fuck up. You don't have who is bullying you, Lil Mama? What LGBTQ person is bullying you?
Charlamagne.
What do you have to say? You have nothing to add to this fucking not Charlamagne, God. But you have nothing to add to this. You have nothing to add to this conversation. So why are you now attacking people? And then to say that you have LGBT family members, like, girl, I'm sure they're reading that going, what the fuck?
Not the black friend argument. Not the black friend argument. Like, really?
Black friend. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. So there's a lot of people in the LGBTQ plus A community that are also self-hating, and those same people are against progressiveness because they are stuck in their own fear of who they are. So those same people who are defending this situation right now, and it's freedom of speech, absolutely, she can say whatever she wants to say. She's still a dumb fuck for saying it. She still has no reason to have said any of those things. You have no place in this. You barely can rap. Like, let's not do this today. It's been a long time since someone gave a fuck about you and that awful fucking wig and that awful fucking anything that you do. And I'm just being real here. I'm just being very honest. It's been a long time. Bow Wow include. Let's just go back. Let's just go back to BET days. Let's just run back there and bring all these people back in the forefront. No, that's what's not happening. We're not going back to AJ and Free days. You do not get to stand up here and have a microphone no more. You and your birthday party planning having said, now that's fine. Get booked, girl. I'd be at a birthday party too now, but I'm not. But you did, and that's why you can't talk about. I've done. Let me stop. That pool wasn't even clean, little mama. It wasn't even clean, girl. I can't do it. I can't do it today. I need this hot dog water looking lady to stop talking about people. I just need it to happen. I'm sorry.
It was very Azalea Banks of her, but Azalea Banks has talent at least.
It's like
at least Azalea Banks is funny.
I mean, it's like that piece of toilet paper that got stuck to your shoe and you kept on trying to get it off, but you're now further in your destination and there's still a piece on there. And you're like, girl, wow, this still be here. And now you're thinking of ways to like throw away your shoe. That's Lil Mama to me. Lil Mama's throwing away.
It also feels a little bit like it also feels like a political.
Go Key.
Oh, I was going to say, Lil
Mama
Mama's the brown piece at the end of the banana that don't nobody want to eat. She's that burnt chip at the bottom of the potato chip bag that don't nobody want to eat. Lil Mama is the butt of the loaf of the bread that you ate because that was the only thing that you had in the corner. Lil Mama is that burnt peanut at the bottom of the Planters cup that you done ate around for the last 30 years. You raggedy fucking bitch. I read Claudia Jordan last week for the exact same thing. I am so fucking tired of y'all with trans people's names in your mouth, coming out the side of your neck, looking like an ignoramus. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, if you don't know about something, you can either do your Googles first before you make a comment, or you can go ahead and take that free coupon and shut the fuck up. Like, it's easy as that. Like, it makes me so mad. These bitches be coming from the annals of the internet. You have been in obscurity for the past 20 years, and y'all want to pop y'all heads up to be ignorant. This is what you want to be known for, girl? This?
But that's it. The obscurity.
But that's the point. That's the point. I think it is. I think what they're doing, especially her, is that this is putting her name in the headlines. This is putting her name out there. People are talking about her again. Yep. Because she's saying these incendiary things. No, baby, you don't get to use us as a punching bag for your career, as a jumping off point again for your career. Sorry, boo.
Let's keep that same energy for the game.
And these are your raggedy lashes at the beauty supply store.
let's keep that same energy for the game and those thirst trap pictures he's always posting for the girls, but this isn't for you. Or the guys that always do that, but this isn't no homo, no this, that, and the other. But it's like, now you know goddamn well what this picture is going to do and who is going to take it and who's going to save it to their phone. Stop playing. If you didn't want your junk to be looked at, if you didn't want things like that to happen, don't put that shit up there. That's literally what you did that for. Like, let's not do this thing. Little mama, I hope to God you find a better wig, a better stylist, and better common sense than to open your mouth and say again, because if I wanted to see flies, I'd find shit, and I don't need to find you in anybody's toilet bowl. Okay, so do me a favor and don't try to come back again. That's all I'm asking. Because Bow Wow, you remember when he was flexing saying he was in first class and the girls called him in coach,
and they was like, click.
I do. I've actually seen Bow Wow fly coach one time. And I was like, let's Bow Wow and Shaul in Newark.
And guess what? There is nothing wrong with that. But if you gonna walk around acting like your shit don't stink, that's when we gonna catch you. That's when it becomes a problem. And so for the girls talking about they bullying little mama, I don't appreciate anybody going into her inbox and dragging her. We're talking on the free form right here. This is just us talking. But at the same time, that opinion that she gave in that matter was about a child, and it's about a child that's not hers, and it's about something that is something she has no indication or clue or educated on. So why are you speaking on it? And that's why it's a problem. Ignorance is louder sometimes than intelligence. So that's why we have to be extremely loud with our intelligence to let them know that ignorance will not win. That's our issue with that big-headed bitch. Okay. So,
yeah, it's so stupid to me. Like, we live in the information age. You can pick up your cell phone and ask Siri any goddamn thing. If you can take 3 seconds to Google Kim Kardashian's ass, you can take 3 seconds to educate yourself about some shit that you don't know about, bitch.
If you could put in directions to get to the next destination, if you could put directions in to get to the next destination, that's an address. You have to think about that.
She knows, but she thinks that she's aware and that she's informed, that she's a part of this sort of larger queer-ish community. You can't tell her she doesn't know.
I would like to know who of her LGBTQ plus A community cousins and family members who are in there giving her knowledge, because apparently they ain't doing the job. If she's got them and she can quote them like that, that's all I'm saying.
She's not getting information from those people. She's not getting information, period. The point is, this is all wrapped up in black people being wrapped up in evangelical bullshit. That's what this is. It starts there. It starts there because what she's talking about is just shit she's heard or read in her Bible. She's not actually looked up information about this. She hasn't looked up the science of this. She's just talking out her ass and basing her opinion on that. Baby, you can say whatever the fuck you want to, but that does not mean you are not free from consequences.
Absolutely.
On game, Bow Wow, Kevin Hart, and Lil Boosie give me shade room energy. Girl, don't get me started on Kevin Hart or Lil Boosie. Can't stand that little roach. Oh, I can't stand him. I can't. Girl, the lights turn on. There's a Boosie in the corner. Like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Nene, that's who was in Nene's house that night. That's where they got confused. They was like, no, that was Boosie, girl. That's who was in the house that night. Goddamn it. I can't stand that.
Ragamuffin, look at this, bitch.
I can't stand that man. I don't wish nothing well for him other than him getting his teeth fixed. So listen, Kizha, I think you have to go now, baby. Is that right?
I do.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Kizha, our special guest, is going to head on out because she got to go to the job tonight. Get you going. That's right. Y'all in New York, head on over to Industry. Mama going to be there. Y'all know where to follow her. They'll be in the description below. Make sure that you follow my girl, Miss Kizha Carr. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, boo. Absolutely. Anytime.
We'll talk. We'll figure that out, girl. When I tell you my life is given, I need a 2-hour moment with her. All right, Kizha, take care, baby.
See you.
Bye.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That was fun as hell. And we'll bring Kizha back because that was needed and necessary. Oh, on to hot topics with the rest of the cast. Thanks for being here, everybody. Someone asked about Jamar84. Mama's filming. She's a star now. Don't you inbox my friend. He'll be back next week because Chris actually will be on vacation next week.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll be in Dominican Republic, but I will be back the week after.
Okay. Ooh, DR. I need to go. Oof.
Yeah. Shit.
Can you give me some white Hennessy?
A nice Dominican gentleman in my platinum suite.
Oh, when I tell you, that's what I'm. Oh, please, God.
Chris, how do you like your gentleman?
Of color.
Bitch, you supposed to say. I'm so mad. I was waiting for Chris to go medium well done.
That's what I thought he was going to say. That's what I thought he was going to say.
I can't. Blake, you're not asking about nobody's. Anywho, let me stop. Okay. Let me. I said I was gonna get you. I said I was gonna get you up in here. No, I ain't forget. Okay, y'all. What was this?
Get her. Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier came out officially. It's now the next. It was good, yeah, because someone's got to talk about it. I didn't see it. That's too little too butch for me. A little too butch for me.
This season's going to be 6 episodes. I was very surprised that the first episode starts off with a bang. It makes sure that you're interested because you need to be, because it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's like side characters. So
that's what right.
But it's only 6 episodes. It's like 4. It's actually longer than WandaVision, which is like the episodes.
Oh, okay.
But it's good. I really like it. And you know, I love a black lead, even though it's Anthony Mackie. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. It's great. It's really, really fun. They're side characters. They were side characters. They're headed in a different direction,
right?
As you will see from the show. One of the big things from the show that I thought was so fucking real is, so there's a scene where the Falcon is losing his family home
at the bank, right?
Him and his sister, and they call the bank, and they're having a conversation with this bank person trying to get money, and it goes to show that like just like in life, here's this black man who didn't save the world a bajillion fucking times, and the bank would not give him a loan.
Right, I felt that. I felt that.
Okay, I'll check it out since it's 6 episodes. Because honestly, I was really I can't do a whole nother week by week situation with WandaVision. That was stressful. I was losing sleep over finding out if Wanda would actually get Vision. I just didn't know. But Falcon and Winter Soldier, the best buddy flick show comedy out right now on Disney Plus. Take a look. I will be. I will be.
Did y'all watch Justice League?
I did.
It took me 3 days.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I didn't have 4 hours. I remember I'm editing. I had to put that for later.
I didn't see the reason for it existing, but I understood why it existed, and I understood why people are very happy with it.
I watched it. It took me 3 days to do it. I watched it in 30-minute intervals because I just don't have like the attention span. Like,
okay,
I don't have 4 hours for one movie.
That feels so on brand for you, Chris. Like when you said I'm not surprised, I feel like I can like see you sitting there with your 26-minute bites.
Right. Like I loved it, but it really needed to be in like an episodic format. Like it's not meant to be digested all at once. You just can't. It's like eating a whole cake at once.
It was the Act 1, Act 2 for me that was killing me. I was like, are we in a play? Is this, can I get up and go now and grab some popcorn and pee? Like, what am I watching here? It was long. And that was the only reason I did not like it, because I was like, Jesus Christ. Like it honestly could have been separated into like 4 different parts and been released as such and like given almost a Disney Plus little feel to it. I think I would have liked that better. But to me, I was like, golly, just put everybody in here. Put everyone from DC up in here. Where's the Suicide Squad? Like, drop them all in there. That's how I felt about like Justice League. Like, why are we not adding this as like 25,000 characters to a show? But anywho, it's on HBO Plus Max. Excuse me. Whoa, too many apps.
HBO Max Plus.
What's HBO Plus?
Too many apps.
HBO Max Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Disney Plus.
Max. Disney Plus. Discovery something. I mean, goddamn. Okay, so y'all, the Grammys, because that was actually something that happened the day of our last panel, and a lot happened during that night. And there is a discussion I'd like to have in reference to the WAP versus the Dua Lipa performance, and why certain people are only giving one time and energy and the other one wasn't given anything. Megan Thee Stallion won 3 Grammys, giving Houston H-Town, baby, some love. And Beyonce broke fucking records as usual and will continue to break records because that's my mother. A lot of people were upset that BTS did not win anything.
No comment.
Taylor's
I like BTS, but like it's a Grammy. Like what?
It's a Grammy.
Taylor Swift getting Album of the Year for the 3rd time is
Boo.
Trash. Trash.
Boo.
Trash.
I'm trying to like. I'm trying not to drag.
Girl, that was swim fuckery.
So I did a little research because I was confused too. I was like, how does sis get this award again? Because clearly I'm missing something. So I decided to like do a little research because I wanted to understand the difference between record of the year versus like album of the year. And so my understanding is that for one of the awards, there's more people included in who gets the award. So like, because it was Billie Eilish won Album of the Year, correct?
Album of the Year.
No, it was song. It was
year.
it was Song of the Year that she won for that one.
I'm getting my award.
She got that
too.
Yeah, that's why she was like, "No, Meg, it was yours," because Savage was up for that with Beyonce, and she's like, I was not expecting this to happen."
So one of the awards includes like the producer, the sound mixer, the artist, and all the other people, while the other one is just the person that wrote it. So that's why they gave it to White Privilege, because they wanted to give an award to her and then all the other people involved with
no, but her album is like she's really highly involved in the process of her album. It's very little people compared to other artists who it's like, here are the 75 people that made this happen. Whereas Taylor's is like, here are 4.
But was the album good?
Well, I don't listen. I listen to some Taylor Swift songs. I am not a Swiftie. I do give credit for at least songwriting ability. That's really important. Not everybody can pick up a pen and paper and like wear it out. So I got to give credit where it's due on that. Now, everything else about it, the range of the vocalization, the stiffness in the wrist, no, chop. But, everything else, I give her some coots. It is what it is.
There's no reason she should have won. I don't think so. I think the Grammys give it to her because she's a safe bet. Like her albums. Like the other person that's won Album of the Year 3 times is Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Like it's crazy. Like I just don't understand. Like she's the full embodiment of white privilege. Her music is Wonder Bread, mayonnaise with a sprinkle of sawdust. I really don't understand.
How many times has Adele gotten that?
1. No,
One.
2.
Did she get it for 19?
She won for 25. She won for 19 because she beat Lemonade.
She beat Lemonade. I remember that.
And she was pressed about that. Like, what? I beat what? Like, okay, excuse me. Laura Chris done put
also
a whole
with Billie Eilish, I thought that was really weird of her to pander to Meg because this was record. No, was this record of the year or song?
I think it was record of the year.
Yeah, it was record.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing is, the reason why Adele was like saying, "Oh, Beyonce, this was your award." Beyonce should have won that award.
Lemonade was.
But with this one, like that was a hard category. Like I think honestly, Dua Lipa should have won that. So I'm not sure that like it was Meg's to win. So I'm not sure why she was pandering. Like, girl, just take the award. It's your night. She did the same thing last year with Ariana Grande. Like, take the fucking award.
I agree. Dua Lipa's album was everything. I
did like it.
I did like that album, but I'm still sad that Kylie Minogue was not mentioned one time because that album alone should have been nominated for a couple.
America, I need you to fucking explain. Queen Kylie should have been. She should have been in the stratosphere, and y'all keep paying Mama dust.
Oof.
I'ma also look at you, World of Wonder / Drag Race Down Under. If I don't see at least 3 fucking Kylie Minogue lip syncs, I'm coming to find you and I'm beating your ass.
Blue Ivy becoming the youngest or second youngest Grammy winner is kind of a moment. Do y'all agree? Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, Blue Ivy got a Grammy before Carrie Hilson, right?
I was just going to say that the same baby that Carrie Hilson told Beyonce to go sit down and have got more Grammys than her. That's funny.
Here's the scoop though. With the Grammys, people were upset that Megan Thee Stallion was jiggling her booty juice all over the stage, and that Cardi B decides to come out there and throw her, stripper vagina on the stage, and then Megan joined her again, and they felt it was inappropriate and it was very disgusting. And then Dua Lipa is doing jazz aerobic size stuff with stretching her legs up and doing sexual things too. No one blinked. You know what I'm saying? But and of course, WAP is different than if you don't want to leave me. It's a little bit different. You're talking about somebody's parts that have, a little sprinkle of, water or the stuff and maybe blowing down there. But, I didn't find anything wrong with the performance. To me, it felt like the Grammys were just being a little bit more updated, like very trying to move and maybe in the MTV route, but not totally. And there were certain things that were paid reference to, like when Megan did the tap dancers. That was a very important moment. They did like shot for shot what they did, right? And then the production on Cardi's was fucking amazing. Like that was I was like, are we really doing this right now? This was it. Like that production level, it went from this to a giant heel to a fucking bed. Like that was a lot. I will say though, if they gonna let Cardi come back, then y'all need to forgive Nicki Minaj for all of the Roman holiday thing or whatever, because they still don't let that down. They still are not.
About her Illuminati induction?
The live exorcism that happened, for sure. For sure. The live exorcism. Eurovision, thank you. Hey, Maddie, darling, you're really the only person that lights up my day. And for that, I really appreciate you for that. I've been going through a lot lately in regard to father accepting mainly, but you're always someone I can count on to make me laugh. Girl, honey, I know all about daddies not accepting you and taking a long time to get there. So, honey, we wish you well on that journey, but just remind yourself that no matter what he says, he is wrong. Okay? Just whatever they say, he is wrong. You are fine. Don't worry about it. He'll get over it, and if he doesn't, fuck him. And that's how that works, okay? You're a grown man, or them, or that, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to be. You're grown. I wish a sibling or a parent would tell me about myself. Like, what you mean? Anywho,
somebody said this in the comments. I forgot who it was, but I was kind of bothered that Chloe and Halle didn't take nothing from the Grammys.
Yeah, they got
because Ungodly Hour was everything.
That was robbery.
It was a good
yeah,
album.
Ungodly Hour should have got something.
Everything.
Something.
I can't believe Black Parade won Best R&B Performance.
So y'all know I love my sis, right?
I love her too, but
I do think that sometimes the Grammys is like, hey Beyonce, we just take this real quick.
She wasn't coming, and they said, "You here are 3. You're not coming."
You will set a new accomplishment. Here are your Grammys.
There, Beyonce, here is a list of the stuff that you are nominated for. Please highlight the ones that you would like to have, and we'll see what would make the most sense. We'll go. No, I think she deserved it. I just wanted to actually see a performance of Black Parade.
So,
no, thank you.
I wanted to see a performance of Savage. Like, girl, you sitting here in the audience and watching Megan perform on stage.
I love Beyonce down, but yeah, you better believe I was like, you sat there and watched her dance to your vocals? You raggedy bitch. I love you, but that's actually bad bitch. Like, that is a bad bitch. Well, like, girl, I'm literally gonna sit here and watch.
Maybe they weren't paying her.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Maybe that's why.
She was like, not for this appearance. Who do you think I am? Red Lipstick Club. This is a good question. And y'all can start asking questions now because this is low key as we're settling into this freeform talk. What album was your favorite of quarantine, panel?
Did it need to come out during quarantine?
Yes. It needed to be something in the quarantine. Actually, no. Fuck
the
that.
whole last year.
Yeah. Better yet, we'll just put all albums in. What album were you listening to the most during the quarantine? Because I'll tell you mine.
Dead ass. I listened to so Chromatica,
that's one.
Disco by Kylie Minogue, and Chloe and Halle. I listened to it every day. That I log into work, play, click, clack, getting work done, getting shit done. Like
As a matter
Every
of
day.
fact, let me pull up mine so I know what I'm talking about here.
I listen to Ungodly Hour, Homecoming, and Hamilton. Probably every couple days I listen to
That's on brand. That's on brand. That's on brand.
I hate you. So I was going through depressing phases when I was in quarantine. So for me, I went back to like Frank Ocean. I went back there.
Which one? Did you do Lonnie Bro or did you do Channel Orange?
I did the second album he did because there's a part in there that I re-listen to all the time that makes me cry where his mom, Blonde, because his mom left him a voicemail. Unfortunately, this is sad because y'all know I lost my mother. I listened to that part a lot because it sounds like my mom. So I kind of freak out about that part. And it goes into that head in the clouds and da-da-da-da, like that whole song that just means about like, I'm rolling solo. What? Like that shit always gets me where I need to go. But I was listening to Chromatica religiously. Like I was on Chromatica's ass. And then I was listening to Black is King because once the once that came out,
that was mine. Black is King.
Disney Plus all day. I was rewinding Find Your Way Back. Rewinding and rewind. Oh, that visual was everything.
That's one of her best videos of all time.
And not released as a single. Once again.
She's giving you what you want. She's giving us what she wants.
Right.
I'm fine with that, but I'm also
She's
not
offended.
fine.
She don't have to give us what we want. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
And she said that interview over. She was like, I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it. And that's what she did.
I was listening to Flo Milli. I was listening to a lot of Flo Milli. Say I'm a pussycat doll. Yeah, bitch, that little girl can rap. I don't give a fuck. I love that little cutesy thing she does, and she's giving you all kinds of Slim Jim. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But yeah, that was us. Any other questions? That was a good question. I like shit like that. I need what shows were you watching during quarantine that you probably wouldn't have watched if you weren't on quarantine? Because I had to catch up on a lot of stuff that I would never ever watch.
A lot of stuff. So like at the start of quarantine, I started rewatching stuff that I missed from childhood. So I started on my Black sitcom adventure. So I started with Girlfriends and I finished it from start to finish.
Wasn't that your first time watching Who was that? I forget.
That was me.
I mean,
I never watched Girlfriends.
You didn't own a TV, or was UPN not a part of your household? Like what was the thing?
This was what, the year 2000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old was I? I was 15, and just Chris then was not interested in that.
See, 14-year-old Matty was about the ladies. I was always like, girl show.
No, I was still watching like Pokemon and shit and Dragon Ball Z and shit.
Oh, I did both. So I started my rewatch of Girlfriends. I did The Parkers. I did Moesha, One-on-One, Family Matters, Fresh Prince.
Fishing Frog.
It was just, come on, yes. It just felt good to revisit that content as an adult. And a lot of my opinions changed from when I watched it, as a young person. Mm-hmm. I wanted to beat Joan's ass because she was doing too much. I wanted to fight Moesha because she's a terrible friend.
Moesha was the worst.
She was a terrible friend.
I'm so mad that I just now caught that later on in life. Like, golly, Brandy was a little asshole on this show. Like, honestly.
I'm surprised Dee didn't just choke her out. She was flippant and used to be trying to get Dee together, and I was like, "You're being disrespectful for real, though."
And her friends were enabling her bad behavior, but I'll be quiet. That good stuff. For me, it was a lot of Real World versus Road Rules stuff that I missed out on that I forgot to watch. Because I was really heavily into those MTV shows. I watched a lot of Bad Girls Club. I redid in the entirety of Bad Girls Club.
Where can you watch Bad Girls?
I did it YouTube, and then I found this website that is like not the website I recommend to go to because of viruses, but I was on the website like rewatching everything. And then I caught up in a lot of anime that I missed. That part. Yeah.
Come on, Queen Rants.
I didn't watch all of the Black UPN sitcoms, and then I found On My Block, which I watched, I think, 3 times during quarantine. It's like an interesting show about these teenagers in LA.
Was it Netflix? That's Netflix, right?
Yeah, who get wrapped up in some gang mess.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. And then I rewatched Jeopardy.
Oh, I don't like the new Jeopardy without Alex. I can't watch it. Like Katie Couric is a fool. She has the nerve. She's reading the questions and giggling. Oh, you'll like this one. It's terrible.
You actually felt that Alex was really, really, really brilliant. Katie Couric is like, I guess she got some stuff. But
So this is for Chris. Down. Did anyone watch I May Destroy You?
of
Of
course.
course. It's like one of the best TV shows of the last year.
Fantastic.
Definitely reviewed it. It was a very topical show, very strong content. I love Michaela Cole. Love her, love her, love her. I hope she gets awarded properly at the Emmys. Maybe not, but amazing show.
I still haven't watched it because every time I look at it, I get nervous because I'm like, "Ooh, this is gonna take me somewhere." And y'all know I'm emotional. I cry. Like Euphoria did a lot to me.
It's triggering. It's definitely a triggering show.
Matt,
For the gays, like they even touch on that.
Oh shit!
it's gonna take you somewhere, but it's done very beautifully, and like it's not what you think it is, but still delivers. Still watch.
La Veneno. If y'all haven't seen that, please watch
Oh
it.
yeah,
Yes.
So good.
That was one of my favorite things to watch during quarantine. That ending was a little sad for me, but I was still like warm. That was great. I just want to say, yeah, it's so good. I just wanted to say I love all four of y'all. Look at that. I gotta get my text and stuff together. Speaking into existence, the show becomes prime time. I started watching Naruto all over again for the 4th time because they have enough episodes for all quarantine and more. LOL. My roommate is doing that as we speak, like probably right now. He just got to ship you down. Like,
I've never seen it.
Come on, filler episodes.
Wait, Chris, you've never seen Naruto?
Look, my friend just put me on Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's
everything. It's everything.
I'm only 10 episodes in. So
Man, everything. You need to do Demon Slayer too. That's or is it Hunter?
I heard that too.
You have never seen Naruto?
Never.
I mean, I haven't either.
Oh, two lights.
Oh, girl.
These are the only things that I watched. Like, that's the only things that, like,
Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon,
and Cowboy Bebop.
I have that on Blu-ray collection.
I'm just an old school person. Like, I listen to 90s music preferably all the time.
Same.
Naruto was great.
No, honestly, I watch Hunter x Hunter often, and I rewatch that one over and over and over again because it's that good. I got to say this, y'all. Hey, funny. I'm glad we brought this up. Podcast. I think we have a solution here. If y'all go ahead and download the Stereo app, if you haven't already, because Bianca Del Rio and Bob the Drag Queen of Monet have been using it. I got an email about this a long time ago to start using this app for podcasting. I finally went back to it today. I tested it out. I liked it. So what we're going to do is in the middle of the week, it may not be all of us, but some of us, we're going to have like a little impromptu live random week moment where we just talk some major shit on this Stereo app. So if you want to hear us out, definitely download it. Look for Matty Rants. Look for C Diggy 1. Julie, what was yours again? Because I know you did yours, and Blake, I need to say
it's still duly noted with 2 underscores.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be heavily promoting this, and while Wednesday won't be like a regular show, I just want to see and test it out or whatever. Because if this goes well, we'll be doing some podcasting on that app specifically because it sounded really, really good when they did it, and I was like, okay, I think I want to do this. I think I like this. So Stereo app, download it. I may be one of those people who's checked and verified on there. I don't know. We'll see. But I did want to put that in there since everybody was like, Matt, when we're doing a real podcast, because we just want to listen. Stereo app it. We'll figure it out. That's where I'm going. Drive me road. Did anything else happen this week besides Sharon Osbourne trying to make sure?
That's what's wild.
Yeah, this lady's out here really on a campaign to make sure she don't look bad, and it's too late, Jake.
Too late.
Girl, the book is come and gone. We have hit you, and you are under that bitch.
But you don't know what you got till it's winkum by Sharon Osbourne. Had the nerve to come out here and say that bullshit. Oh, like Pierce Morgan was your reference point to defend somebody?
The way she was talking to Cheryl, just talking to a black woman like that. I think that really highlighted.
Don't you dare cry. It was like, excuse me?
I can like scratch my vocal cords to imitate her again.
That was when Elaine Welteroth sat there and turned a little bit and said, I know this bitch.
Oh, I forgot to talk about this. Thank you, Trent McIntosh. Thank you for the donate. Also, I'm going to be reviewing the All-Star seasons for the challenge that's coming up on Paramount Plus with all the old castmates like Ruthie from Real World Hawaii is going to be back on there again.
I love her.
So I am going to be reviewing that. I was so mad I didn't do Double Agents because this season is everything, y'all. If y'all haven't been watching the challenge this season, it's everything. It's so
the old seasons on there, like the old season of Real World and everything.
Some of them are. Yeah, some of them are. Yeah. On Comcast, it's
better have Seattle, Miami. I'll go and download Paramount right now.
I need to go look. I need to look, but there's a lot.
And then it skips to like season 8. It's a jump.
Oh no!
I tried to go back and watch some of those, and they weren't there.
Season 8. That's what, New Orleans. Like shit, they went real far.
I'll try to remember. And I had seen somebody who did a little post for $5. Baby, I'm sorry I missed you. It left me before I could. Oh, here it go. It's King's Effect. MTV Challenges Pure Gold. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Living Single is another fake. Living Single is one of those shows I can turn on from episode 1, walk out the room, let it blast all over the house, come back, and I know exactly where I'm at.
Yep.
Like
best song of all time.
It really is, because Khadijah don't need you.
I am Khadijah. Khadijah is me, and I am Khadijah. Like I just.
Okay, I am definitely Regine. Like that is me. Like bitch, I would wear the new wig every day. Yes, queen. Like Daphne Walker, thank you for your Cash App donation, y'all. Thanks so much for coming through today. I really appreciate it. King's Effect. Did anyone watch Samurai Champloo, or was it just me? I watched it because that intro music was fucking everything. Like,
was that DJ Nujabes? Was that
you never saw it? Okay, Chris, that's homework. I need you to at least watch the first episode, and then you'll be like,
that's an anime, right?
Yes, and it's really good. And the track is like all hip hop. It's like all hip hop tracking, but it's like RZA type of like feel to it a little bit. Yeah, like that sort of. And the animation style is amazing. It's amazing. Like the fight scenes are incredible. I would totally watch it. There's a gay storyline on one of the episodes where this guy can't come out, and he's like this very like intimidating samurai, but he just wants to be like himself. Oh, there's a lot of storyline moments. It's really good.
Where can I watch it?
I think it's on Hulu. I think it's also maybe on HBO Max under that section.
They have a lot of anime there.
There's a lot of stuff. I don't remember the last time or the last place I saw it, but I know it was on Hulu the last time I watched it. And please, if you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's so good. The intro music alone, I have it on my phone. It's everything. Did y'all watch Boondocks? Yeah.
Of course.
My favorite episode is the season 2 Stink Meter episode when he comes back from the grave and possesses Tom. That is my favorite episode of all time.
What you looking at, you nigga? Wait. And then you talk about Uncle Ruckus.
I love the Boondocks. It's like one of my favorite shows ever.
Oh, Riley.
Words for that too.
Oh, Uncle Ruckus looking so. You see these little things over here? Yeah.
They got him tied up in the bed, and he screams down the stairs, "Robert, you not gonna tell her you got a coochie and a vagina?" Oh my God.
They probably can't get away with the humor now.
And Aaron Magruder is involved.
Yeah,
and I'm excited.
I'm not sure if I'm the only one who like thought of this, but like since Granddad obviously is gone, like can't they bring Jennifer Lewis in to be the grandmother?
Oh my God!
What I would do?
Can you imagine Jennifer Lewis? What are you little children doing over here? What are you little badass kids?
Right, that's perfect.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, are we gonna watch the verses with Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
They just draw me back in.
Oh my God. Because I saw who was after that and I was like, no. And then I saw this and I said, oh, bitch. So you went, because I know all Earth, Wind, and Fire. And then the Isley Brothers, Footsteps in the Dark is still my favorite song.
Footsteps in the Dark is a jam. Between the Sheets.
Who's that lady?
Between the Sheets is mine.
Voyage to Atlantis. Who's that lady is another good one.
Oh my God.
I love it.
So who would win though? Because like they both,
I don't know.
they both have like.
When Auntie Patty and Auntie Gladys got up here, I definitely made black eyed peas, greens, and like a ham. I don't know what I'm gonna make for this.
Brown liquor.
Tennessee and Alabama.
I'm gonna have to get a couple J's and drink brown liquor. That's what I'm doing.
Tennessee and Alizé.
Alizé.
Ew, Alizé. That is so early 2000s. Like, you might as well get some Hypnotic while you're talking about
I would drink Cavassier before I would drink some Alizé.
My first.
They still make that?
They do still make Alizé.
Like that wasn't that the Monique's drinking the Parkers with some Alizé?
Alizé.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the awesomeness that is Sense8 on Netflix, a really progressive storyline that had a decent run. That was a really good show. I was kind of mad they ended that one.
It was
really
too expensive. That's why they shut it down.
They were actually in location, right?
Yeah.
I see y'all already following me on the Stereo app here. Thank y'all for doing that because, yeah, we're going to be getting this going sometime soon. I need a new phone, but I need a car first. I really want that 12 Pro, bitch, but I'm like...
Priority.
I need the car first. Honey. That phone ain't going to get me to the next destination. Listen, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. These are some good questions. Mary versus Tony would be so good. Would we get it though? It's like Black and Milds versus.
It's two very different R&B.
Yeah,
I don't know that I want to see that. I want to see them do it, but not together.
Because Mary's camera would have to be very far away so we could see her get up and do the shuffle snake. The shuffle snake.
Yeah.
One broke knee with the left ankle shift.
Also, Mary has 20. I can think of 20 off the top of my head, but
yeah.
I can't think of 20 for Tony.
Don't do that. Tony's got.
I can think of it.
I can do a good 13, 14.
Yeah, I can give 15 at the top mark for Tony.
You can give Tony 15 with 5 filler songs, right? Like 5, like, oh, this was a.
Still do 20 with Tony.
What album would the filler ones be from is the key.
Please.
Because I mean, I can think of some songs from Libra, maybe.
Libra was a disappointment.
I mean, she might have to just play her whole first album.
I mean, she really doesn't do that. Her whole first and second album.
First and second.
And
second
then,
album.
doesn't she have some from the Boomerang soundtrack, or that was already on the first album?
It was on the first album, but it was also on the Boomerang soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
I like this one. Who y'all think Ladies' Night versus is gonna be? It better not be Keisha Cole or Ashanti again. I'll tell you that.
I want Lil' Kim versus Eve. I'm not sure why people keep saying Foxy Brown. Like,
no, not Foxy Brown. She can't.
Foxy ain't got 10. Eve has 20. I already did it. I did it already in my head. I wrote it down.
No, Foxy is suffering from something, so we don't need her to come up.
Ladies' Night, I think it's gonna be something from the 90s. It'll be like Total and Escape or something like that.
Ooh.
I want a Lil' Kim versus Total. I want Trina Lil' Kim.
Maybe Escape and SWV.
Maybe.
I mean, is Candy gonna want to be in the same room with those ladies again? I mean,
no, they're good. Candy's good with them.
Oh, good. Is she touring?
Oh. I mean, Tiny, the one we got to check on her.
We gotta get her out the dungeon. No.
Candy is going to scream. We're singing
Girl, she tried to change her eye color so they wouldn't clock her.
So bad at you, man.
I don't think she looks like a pit bull. A lot of people are saying she looks like a pit bull.
I say a ventriloquist dummy.
I think she looks like a beautiful young woman.
Miss Piggy was beautiful.
You're a lie and a cheat.
A charlatan.
Okay. Rapscallion.
Oh, I forgot. We didn't talk about Quavo and Sawati. Like,
yes, Sawati.
Shut up. You will
they broke up.
Light skin bashing over here. I'm just
remember Tracy Ellis Ross was live and she was talking about some. I thought her name was Sawati.
It's a better name, honestly. I'm calling her that.
It really is.
Okay. I'm sorry. Apparently, 1/3 of a terrible group that makes music, apparently, and somebody who
Bob stuff.
They do, and hell, they got Cardi up in the air, up. But yeah,
But it's stuck, girl. It's
also wrote for this lady too. But Saweetie, also known as I'm gonna be in everybody's YouTube video for some odd reason, and Quavo, is he the most attractive of the three?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's yep. The most attractive of the three. Broke up, and the internet went nuts. Thoughts and opinions on these two people who are this famous?
Well, I mean, the Migos are pretty famous, but I just think all that celebrity love, some of that be fake, you know. And a lot of people were like, you know, like relationship goals, the way they were buying each other very expensive things. She always used to show off her Birkins, the car that he bought her, and now they both look kind of stupid, you know. But stay in a relationship.
Now they look kind of stupid. Okay.
I had to go to the Google to figure out who this individual is. I did not know who this
Well, there's Quavo, there's Offset, and there's Takeoff.
Now we know what these names. Okay, first of all,
like I got left off Bad and Bougie.
Offset's the only one that has appropriate name because it sure is Offset. And then, you know, Takeoff. I mean, we're asking him to still go, take off, leave.
Honestly, their old music was better.
They have old music?
Yeah, like Blakeisha, nigga, handsome and wealthy. Like they made some bops.
Listen, the only group I care about is people like Mobb Deep. If you talk about like rap game type of stuff, like you say 90s, that's me, Chris. Like I like that old gangster music, real talk. But this stuff,
I don't know the era.
Like the flexing rap, I don't fly into. I miss them days when they were talking about shit. Like I hate to say it, I really hate to say that, but I miss the kick in the door, waving the fofo. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Like that shit used to bop.
I like that too, but I used to live in Atlanta like during like 2008 to 2013, and that's when like the gay clubs was pumping. I'm sorry,
that was Soulja Boy days. Them Soulja Boy days when it was always that. The dance hip hop music.
This was like Nicki at a peak. Like,
mm-hmm.
Like that was a good time.
For that long? Am I that old?
Yes, girl. That was 10 years ago.
When Brooke Valentine was somebody.
Girl Fight.
Yeah.
That was we were in high school when they came out, Blake. It's about to be a what? Girl Fight.
I used to be in the club with that one.
When did Girl Fight come out? That's not high school. That cannot.
I was in the club when Girl Fight came out.
I was in high school.
Hold on. Yeah, because I went to the club with that song.
We about to throw them.
I was in college.
Yeah, I was a senior. I was a senior in high school going into college.
In college.
Yeah, I graduated 05 for high school. So, yeah, that
I'm the oldest one here.
I was in college with you.
It's normally me. I'm so excited. Okay.
I graduated high school 04.
Oh, you graduated 04?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, yeah, I guess, geriatric. Sorry.
High school 03, college 08.
Oh, I graduated 06 from high school and 10 in college.
Not that we're 03, 04, 05, and 06 right here. That kind of worked out great. And then Jamar is, I think, 07, Dooley. So that literally makes sense now.
All of us. Wait, Adrian is out here calling out one of my favorite groups of all time. I'm a certified auntie. I listen to Danny McCain like them bitches dropped the album yesterday.
Do you have a first aid kit handy?
I know my neighbors be pissed because I definitely be sitting here giving vocals and choreography in the living room like that shit came out yesterday.
Went to the meet and greet.
Patient
I got to see them perform right before they broke up. I was living in New York City, and they came to not Hard Rock Cafe. What's the other one? Oh, BB King's. They came to.
Oh wow.
Or maybe it might have been Hard Rock. I don't remember. But of course, two homosexuals got into a fight 15 minutes before the concert, so they got exited. So I got to move up to the front of the stage, and I fucking lived. It was everything.
I was
won't
to see them, but Chris Brown ruined it for them.
He's ruined it for a lot of people.
They were on tour with Chris Brown, and it got canceled because Chris Brown did something.
Well, cocaine.
Chris Brown.
Oh, let me stop.
I mean, but granted,
We all have that.
Drug related, or you hit somebody. I don't know.
We all have that one person that we share a zodiac sign with that we want to disown that just fucked it up for everybody.
You see my
Oh, yeah, mine's Lil Wayne because he's a Libra. Mm-hmm.
I only know Leos.
And his birthday is like 3 days after mine. I'm like, oh, gross. You're a September Libra too? Ugh. Like, ugh.
I don't know any toxic Leos though.
Me either. I don't know toxic Leos.
Everybody else does, and that's the problem.
That's the problem with you Leos. You're so into you. You know, forgot about the rest of them. I'm sure. Who is an asshole who's a Leo series? You know, like,
Barack Obama was a Leo. Halle Berry is a Leo.
oh, so hit and run.
Leo.
Jennifer
Okay.
Lopez is a Leo.
Oh,
mean-
terrible singer.
She's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Gowns, beautiful gown.
Beautiful gown. Oh, I can't. Y'all are killing me today. Last big question I want to ask here, and we'll keep it on the quarantine level. Now that now that the pandemic is sort of panning out.
Is it?
Well, you come to Houston and you see what I'm talking about.
Look, you've seen those photos in
And oh yeah, I've seen the photos in Miami. It's live out here. Trust me, because my Tinder has everybody from every city in my area. And I'm like, what are you doing out here? But since the pandemic is sort of panning out, it's sort of going away here. When it finally does, I want to hear what y'all are going to do first. Are you going to take a trip somewhere? I mean, other than Chris going to Dominican Republic right now. But, you know, are you going to take a trip somewhere? Bitch, you just said that. You taking a trip next week. Anywho, let me stop. Okay. Are you going to take a trip somewhere? You're going to go to the club? Are you going to go dance somewhere? Are you going to get naked and run the street and hope they tase you? What are you going to do?
Well, I definitely go to a bar, and hopefully I can go to Tokyo again because my trip got canceled in March when it happened.
Tokyo.
I didn't get my hotel money back. I got my flight money back, but I didn't get my hotel money back.
What happened with
I
that?
don't know why. They didn't want to give it back. And I'm just like, okay, $300 down the drain.
Oh,
Dispute.
That's right.
I'm definitely going to the movies.
Yeah.
That's one, and I mean IMAX. Like I'm getting center seats for that, and then I do need to go out and sweat a little bit on the dance floor, and that's literally the two things I really have been wanting to do the most. I do miss social interacting with people at bars. Oh, and a drag show. Oof. Oof.
I didn't even know Kizha was performing. I'm definitely going to see her next week if I can.
I wish I was in New York because I
would go right now.
I would have gone. Honestly.
Right. You know, she lived like industry is near me now. I live in the neighborhood.
Oh, bitch! So you down the street? Come on.
I'm literally like I can walk there from my apartment now.
So you're making an active choice to not support our sister?
Viva Versace. Bottomless mimosas. Bottomless mimosas. Oh, how I miss you so much.
For me, because I'm going on vacation in a couple weeks, like I think I do want to go to a movie. I want to just sit someplace, and I really want to go sit at a bar and just have like a nice conversation with the bartender, order a couple drinks, and then go home.
I want to be sloshed.
Yeah. The only other moment I need in my life is I need my power on full blast in a basement somewhere where the walls are sweating. That's all I need.
We need a redo of every song that came out in quarantine that was a club bop.
All of them.
All of them.
I mean, the City Girls album came out. We couldn't even do anything. Or you don't see it for them, right? Y'all don't see it for them.
Anyway,
I was like, what? I was like, what?
Look, they have some bops that I like.
Miami. I'm like, if her nose stops touching the top of her lip, I can understand her. And then this other lady over here looking like, you know, let me stop. Well,
Megan's album came out, and it sucked that we couldn't.
My favorite song is the one about their my pussy talk. It's TikTok English and Spanish, and then the pussy talk. Like that's the only song I really like because I'm always like,
not Jobs. Jobs is really good.
I be hearing mucus and
I don't
A little bit of Robitussin PM coming up in their little vocals. I shouldn't be able to hear cough medicine hit the fucking mic. I'm sorry. So, like, what do you want me to do? Then they support Santana. Oh, I don't see. I can't. They used to get on them lives together when Mama was in jail. I'm like, do they even still deal with him now that she out? Like, you know what I'm saying? They gave that time. I listen. I support all my sisters. I support them all, but I need this one over here to figure it out, because you were on Love and Hip Hop with a Beijing beer girl getting read by somebody that looked like Tiny. No. Chewing gum. I couldn't believe it. When you make Bobby Lights look real.
Well, I get my second dose of Vaccinetia next Thursday.
I get mine April 1st.
Me too, April 1st. So I will be ready to get out in these streets. The first thing I'm doing is getting my ass up and taking my ass back to Equinox. I went from working out every single day to sitting my ass at this fucking kitchen table every day. So I'm ready to get back on my gym routine. I was serving y'all more muscle than I was Cub, and I'm trying to go back and give that to y'all again for 2022.
Dooley, can we get on like a riding schedule?
Oh yes, we can. For our Peloton. Yes.
Peloton buddies. The one company I wish I invested in before it blew up the way
That's
it
the
did.
squads, girl.
Now that I'm in Houston, all the parks I used to go work out at, I know of. It's not like I'm in LA. I'm like, where do I go? Runyon? Like, none of that again. So as soon as I get this car, that's literally going to be my thing again, is start my runs back up. I do miss doing my 3 miles a day. I miss running. Yeah. And then I'm also going to be up in this gym trying to work on my fitness so I can be one of these bottoms that people pick. So yeah. I don't care about his voice. His body is.
The community is like that.
Yes.
You said what?
Sir,
Like, you think the community is like that? Where,
Bitch.
See, Biggie One, I understand that you are about 8'3" and you are giving us this beautiful caramel complexion, honey, but it's different for the other girls.
let me tell you something, Chris.
Girl, when you got a little something around your midsection, it's a little
And then for me, it's a matter of the fact that I do this and I talk about drag and I talk about this, that, and the other. And there's this such toxic masculine thing to do with somebody pummeling someone's asshole. It blinds and confuses me. And I used to have to lower my voice a little bit and calm down a little bit when I was talking to guys so that they would just get used to me and then I'd be okay with it. But now I'm like, I'm going to be me. And if you can't take it, you can't take it. But now that I'm like that, when I tell you girls are scared, the guys are scared now. They think that I'm about to come up there and be like, hey, sis. And that's not even it. But even that, so what? I get preferences, but it gets to a point to where I've had someone message me and go, damn, I wish your voice was different. Or damn, like your ass is fat. You have all this going for you, but you trying to be with them FAGG. You know, they saying that stuff about their own people. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm in Texas again, it's really like that. Like LA was very backwards. I don't get it. I don't understand. Dating for me right now in Houston has been kind of like painful. Like it has been for me because I put myself back up in there and it's like everybody's so weird. And I'm like, I'm fully realized and put together. What's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. But I'm also like, I don't want to be with someone that's going to make me be a person that I'm not. And I'll give y'all an example. The other day, I found out one of my exes passed away and I didn't even know this. And this was a guy who ruined my credit, ruined my life, made my life a living hell. Him and his new boyfriend who he was sleeping with when we were together. And he made me change how I acted. And he made me not go to certain stuff like drag shows because he didn't like that. And I had to change who I was as a person. And my friend calls me the other day and tells me that he passed away. And I didn't even blink. I was like, oh, you know, and I never normally feel like that. But even I prayed long. I was like, God, am I wrong for this? And I woke up the next morning feeling like, no, you are just fine. You just.
Right. I mean, just because people die doesn't change.
You don't have to feel remorse for them. And also for what he made me feel, we never got really through that. So I did want to say some things, but also I'm now still standing. Elton John song. That's that, and I got that news right before that episode. So when that song played, I was like, oh my God. Like I had a whole moment. I was like sitting back like, Jesus, this is too much. But I'm telling you, like I'm listening to all these people right now, be your goddamn selves. Stop playing for other people. Don't let others control how you act and feel, because at the end of the day, you got you and you have to sit by yourself. Those people won't be with you. How is someone going to dictate your life that's not going to be there for everything? Don't let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I grew up like that. Unfortunately, in Texas, I had to be, what's up? My name is Matt. Never Matthew. Matt. What is the piece of advice that no one tells young Black queer people that is never told to us? Like, I feel like there is no wisdom that doesn't come from a white gaze. That's a deep one.
That is a deep question.
There's so much.
I mean, confidence is key in this demographic. Like, it really is.
Self-worth.
People judge you. Like, it could be the club. Like, people will be looking at you, sizing you up, looking you down. Like, it's a lot.
They'll be doing it when you go to Dominican Republic. They'll be doing it when you go to wherever you go. Especially
I am staying on the resorts. I will not be fraternizing with,
Shit, I want to be out there. Get me out the resort, honey. Woo! Get me into somebody's room real quick, baby.
We're still in the panorama, so I'm gonna
shoot. Blindfold me, Khalees. Okay, let me stop.
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
No, I was gonna say self-worth is one thing, because when I grew up, my father wasn't giving me any self-worth because he was so focused on what I was acting like. And it took me into my 20s to find self-worth. And a lot of us Black gay men out here who are dealing with racism already for the color of our skin are now dealing with homophobia on another level from our own people, where we should be united on all fronts. So when you don't feel like you are worthy of oneself, suicide is normally the next answer. And a lot of that is happening within our community. And that's one thing I think is really important, is that love for oneself has to start very early. And that everything that everybody says to you is their shit. It's not yours. Dooley, what you about to say?
I have two joint thoughts. So first of all, you are worthy, you deserve, you have value, you are more than a name and a profile pic. Do not let anybody minimize your worth and what you have to offer to the world. My side thought is white people will not save you. No amount of self-loathing or dating white men or upholding white supremacy or diving into that culture is going to save you from your Blackness and the consequences and experience that is. And it is what it is.
We got 3 minutes, and there's a topic that's just been on my mind about that. Oh,
I mean, if you have 15 more minutes, we can add on to this.
This thing with in our community, for some reason, some Black people, they say that they go to white men because, Black people don't like feminine men or something like that. So they go to white men and they'll say that they're more accepting. And I'm just like, I don't think that's necessarily true.
Ooh, you're talking about 3 people I know, but okay.
Just because, I don't know, they think that, I don't know.
It's interesting for me because Dooley, the piece of advice I was going to give is basically everything you said, plus that's true for your Black brothers and sisters. So all of that, you are worthy, you are valuable, all of that jazz, is also true for your Black brother and sister. To your exact point around white people will not save you. So I think I know what the conversation is Diggy wants to have, but we at the setup.
I got 20 more minutes, girl. If we want to have the conversation,
I mean,
I want an honest conversation.
I low-key am here for this. All right, everybody. The last 15 minutes here that we're going to add on to this is going to be some deep chat. And this may be shit that you are not ready to hear, but it's shit that we live through every day. So I don't take offense to it, because this is our reality that we're facing. Go on, Chris.
Because I'm in HK, and the gay scene here, when I go to a place like Industry or therapy or hardware or anywhere in this, I'm invisible. White people ain't checking for me. So, and then the only people that are in those clubs is the white gays and Blacks that don't fuck with other black gays.
It's interesting because me dating online, it's like that. No white guys will match with me on Tinder that I find attractive. It may be just because I'm matching racist and I don't even know it. Like I like, you can't see, they can't put that in their profile. But I've always felt, with me, and it was always something that was celebrated within the Black community, which is unfortunate because it is colorism, that you're light skinned, you're pretty, this, that, and the other. So I felt always more comfortable with dating darker skinned men or being around just Black people, because I did roll at one point in with a white crowd because I was coming out. I didn't know anybody. So I had my white friend bring me to these people, but my nickname was Black Matt. Yes, because there were two Matts and they didn't call the other one White Matt. No, it was Black Matt and then Matt A. But I was Black Matt and my last name was like B. So it's like, why can't I be Matt B? Well, it's still Black Matt. Mm-hmm. So let me get around my Black friends who were gay. That was my best times, man. They knew me. We knew each other. We listened to the same music. We doing all this that we relate on so many levels. Not saying that there's nothing to relate with white people. It's just the difference was clear with the group setting. And it's also maybe those people were assholes too. And I know some folks who are white that hang out in the scenes with mostly Black folks that are down and awesome and all that great stuff here too. But it is about the people who are around you when you're growing up as a Black gay man that will influence you and where you're going. Because honey, some of these people you're hanging out with now ain't shit. And they're doing what? Bringing you down. And you over there sitting like, why ain't I doing nothing? And why I'm not doing this? Because your friend keep on telling you that's trash. And it's not. Because your friend says they don't want to do it. And you go with them on that.
And your friend is trash.
Also, the stigma with HIV. Thank you, Aaron, for bringing that up. Girl, DDF on the dating apps. And, I'm clean, all that kind of stuff. And that terminology that's used to completely demonize and to separate us as people and not have an understanding of what something is. Like for you to walk around and not have a concept of what HIV is as a gay man, Black gay man for that matter, I'm like, what are we doing here? I knew people when I was 16 and 17 that knew I was gay. They're like, Matt, we need to take you to the clinic so you can have this conversation about HIV and this, that, and the other. And I was getting lessons way early in life. Because I had other Black gay men that gave a fuck and were like, sis, let's get you in the door. Because I don't want you to go out like that. Or I don't want you to be out of like, we're not going out like that, but you know what I mean? Like somebody basically, there are people out there who are infecting people on purpose, unfortunately. There are people out there who do know their status and are not telling anybody this because they're ashamed to tell somebody their status. Because of what we've done to put that shame on people. So yeah, it's really important to like, just talk to each other. Stop shading each other. And girl, Nicki Minaj is not your mom or your God. Neither is Beyonce. Neither is any other artist for that matter. Find this love within your own community and learn to disagree. Oh, that part. Mm-hmm. Learn to disagree. This fighting in the club shit too, it's not cute. I've had to bang a few heads, but it's not cute. I never like doing it at the end of the day. There we go. Excuse me. Sorry. I had to go.
My experience has been very much so shaded by what I would call the consequences of app culture, where instead of someone looking at me like a whole being or a whole person, they look at me like a profile or a set of stats. So like, height, weight, do you have a BBC? Like those are the things that I feel like people are asking questions, and it kind of leaks into the real, like in real life when people are trying to strike up conversation with you. But they don't see Jamel the chef. They don't see Jamel the scholar. They don't see Jamel the person or the brother or the friend or whatever. And that has caused some real like trauma for me. But also I feel like people that I could have potentially had a really good time with, it never popped off because they're trying to live their whatever fantasy while I'm actually trying to find, someone to like, at a minimum, like be a friend with and like do things with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've had a lot of weird conversations with people or have dated people where it was just like I wasn't what they were looking for because I didn't fit into these neat boxes. Like very intelligent, I like nerdy shit, I like to have really good conversations, I like video games.
But and that but is really never anything big, but it's made so huge. And you're like, what the hell's going on here? Like Chris, I look at you and I go, okay, he's 6'7", what, possible top most days or whatever. Like, you fit the requirement for most of my community who's gonna be in your inbox, like, no, like, stick it in, like, ooh, dad, I want to climb all that and all that kind of stuff. And to me, I'm thinking about you saying you're having difficulties, and I'm like,
I mean, they see the image, but once they talk to me and I actually want to have a conversation, and I'm not giving them that combo that they want, then they're not interested. Because I don't fuck with everybody, you know. Like I gotta have a rapport with someone.
We've heard.
Like, am I a hoe? Sure. Do I like dick? Yes. Do I want to have sex? Absolutely.
Sometimes.
But it's like, I am a 33-year-old man. Like, I'm not 21. You can't just roll up and show some dick and me be like, oh yeah. Like, you gotta come at me a whole different way. Like, can you hold the conversation? Are you doing anything with your life? Do you have your own shit to a certain degree? Like, talk to me. Like, what are you passionate about?
You need to get out of the District of Columbia, Dooley.
Oh, girl, I'm trying to get up out of here. You know I hate these girls.
You need to get out of
Blake tried to tell me before I moved here, and I was like, but girl, I got to get my PhD. I'm coming here. And then I got here, and I was like, ba-doo, boo, ba-doo.
And here I am.
I'm not even looking for a relationship, though. I'm just looking for a good FB, you know? Like, but I need to have a good rapport. And it's really hard to have that, you know, like, it's just really hard to have that with somebody.
Yeah, see, I feel that, and I had a moment of time where I had just, you know, the FWB, you know, it went for a good year and some change. But now, because I know me, I'm not a person who needs to have sex every day. I don't like that kind of stuff. I'm more of an in-tune emotional person as far as like attraction and getting off, as they would say. Like, I like being connected mentally to me is like beyond words. So for me, I'm like, I do want a relationship, but I don't want to jump into one right now. I would like to know who you are. Can we date a little bit? Can we be friends first? Like, that's what I'm asking for. Have sex prior to, so I know if it's good or not before we continue on to this. And then we're in the relationship and now I want someone else to bang me out. Like, no, like I prefer if I got to know someone, but like Dooley was saying, it is the internet culture of 5 pictures, a profile, and perception. And then assumptions. And then now you're on the phone. That's why when they say, can we FaceTime? I'm like, X.
Because you know they're trying to make a judgment about you.
Exactly. And also because one time when I FaceTime somebody, there was 3 people behind them.
Oh,
like, so we were having a conversation with a lot of folks together here. Hold on, what is this? Dooley, I left DC for that same reason. It's too toxic there.
Oh,
Blake used to live here in DC. I remember the day we were at the fireplace and Blake was like, I got a job and get up out of here. I'm on my way. I might give DC a smooth another year or 2, girl, but I got to get up out of here because this ain't for me. Like, everybody here want to know what you can do for them or where you work, but don't nobody want to have a conversation or like build connection. Like, y'all can keep that.
Where would you move?
I've been sitting here with my spirit. I've been praying on it and meditating, girl. So part of me wants to go back to New York City, but I've kind of been there, done that. I really love New York City with all my heart. The other part of me kind of wants a new adventure, and I kind of want to have some new experiences. So I've also been considering Los Angeles because I would like to have an experience of living on the West Coast. My sister lives there, so I would have her and some other friends that are immediately in the area. But we'll see where I actually end up. I'm unsure.
Atlanta?
Atlanta is tough.
It's different now than when I lived there.
In terms of like my business life, I think Atlanta would be really good for me. In terms of how I prefer to live my life and my personality type, I don't think I would go to Atlanta.
That part for me. But New York is actually being considered for myself right now, to be honest with you. I actually had some people hit me up like, why don't you move to New York? Because you know you could do a lot of stuff with the YouTubing out there and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Then Jamar mentioned coming to Atlanta, but I know too many people out there and I don't want to have to deal with half of those people that I know. Girl.
I mean, more so when people think of Atlanta, they think of the social scene. If you take that out, I think it's not that bad of a city.
I'm definitely like, if you a social gal, you are going to love Atlanta.
Look, I've been
But-
all through there. My friend is like a very, very popular DJ in the scene. Been there, done that. It's just not a scene for me. But when you take
Lots of
yourself
fine
out of
men.
it, Atlanta is very different.
Lots of fine men, though.
It's back to New York for me. It's back to New York.
You going back, Blake?
Is
I'm
Blake?
back.
Is
Y'all
Blake?
finna have me go back to New York so I can cut up for another 6 years.
Wouldn't that be funny? Like we all ended up there. Is Blakeisha a relationship or FWB type of guy? What do you think?
I mean, I'm kind of both, right?
Like both?
Long and short, we can be in a relationship. But I had generally, prior to maybe 7 or 8 months ago, been a fuckboy.
Oh, okay. Did you have red shoes?
I have red bottom shoes.
They're red shoes. They're all red.
Are they wrong heeled?
What would make you a fuckboy though? Because a lot of people say like, yeah, I'm a fuckboy right now, but do people really know what a fuckboy is? Because
Yes, and I have dealt with them.
and they ain't shit.
So my subsequent comments have nothing to do with Blakeisha, so I'm gonna just put that asterisk there. This is not me trying to read Blakeisha.
Hello, Keith.
Fuckboy. So let's rewind. I have some stories, girl. I'm very much a giver and a provider when it comes to like my relationships. Like if I want to do something, I'm like, let's go do it. Like here goes $10. Fuckboys will take from you. Fuckboys will lie and cheat and steal to make sure that they come out on top. There's no level of reciprocity, girl. Like, but it's intentional. Like they know. Well, maybe sometimes they don't know. At a minimum, there's some ambivalence to them about how they relate to you, but they want to have the benefit. They want to have the benefits of being with you, but none of the responsibilities. That's what makes them a fuckboy.
Well, sometimes they don't even want anything. They just want to know that you like them, and that's all it takes. You know,
That's something. That's energy. That's attention. That's time.
It's when I need that itch to be scratched, you're on call and ready to scratch it.
I don't think that's a fuckboy though. I think
that's just regular friends with benefits. I think a fuckboy would be someone who like leads someone into something just to get to them, and then once they get it, they ghost them.
I think to Dooley's point, there is an ambivalence about what, like there's no reciprocity and ambivalence about how we relate to each other. So for me, it used to be, well, if you're not gonna scratch it, somebody else is gonna scratch it. And I don't care too much about you. Like I'm just going about my business. And
That sounds like grown man business to me. I don't sound like fuckboy behavior.
You have then relieved me of my title of being a fuckboy. I'm just a grown man.
That's just I would say somebody that ain't got no job, sleeping in somebody else's house, that's running around town slanging and banging, and then like not even like having whole girls. That's my boyfriend. That ain't your boyfriend, girl. That's a fuckboy.
Tiers of fuckboys, I think, or different spectrum.
Oh, there are tiers of fuckboys. You could. I mean, there's preacher fuckboy.
Oh.
There's relationship fuckboy, as we saw this week on Twitter. And then you have I work at Equinox fuckboy. There are different levels of fuckboy, girl.
So Greenleaf fuckboy is basically the one that's at church, who is the pastor, but when the service is over during the rest of the days, he's behind and fucking everybody out in the streets, but get back in the church and like say amen, amen. True that, true tea. But yeah, it is what it is, y'all. This is the world of dating. Everybody's a mess. Nobody knows what they want, you know, and at the same time, those who do also have to deal with the fact that just because they look pretty doesn't mean they're going to be the same person you think they're going to be. And that's just it. So don't be too disappointed when somebody pisses you off or breaks your heart. More than likely, they were saving you from the bullshit you were going to go through if you continued with that. You could be like these people on TV now. This Tammy from 1,000 Pound Sisters got this whole man up in here who she's saying she loves that is using her to be on television. And that's what ends up happening with folks. They get used because they're so, I got to be in a relationship. I can't be alone. Okay. Go for it, girl. You see how that works out. I promise you, depression is free. Like
I'd rather be alone than.
That's another lesson in being gay. Like you need to be comfortable being alone.
Maybe me, myself.
Some people,
All I got in the end. That's what I found out.
right.
And it ain't no need to cry. I took about it from now on.
I'm gonna be my very own best friend. Listen,
Girl.
if Chris say that again, like you have got to learn to be alone.
Yeah.
Because there are so many days that is going to be. And guess what? You got to be okay with it, because how are you also going to know about who you are if you've never been by yourself before with yourself? Like, yeah, someone can tell you from their perspective of seeing you, but bitch, can you take that and then center it for you and then see yourself in that moment? Like, I can see myself now. I can tell y'all, like being really honest, about 8 years ago, I wasn't there.
Same, bitch.
No.
Same.
I thought I was like, yeah, but then I realized I was still doing stuff for other people. I was still making decisions that weren't mine because I wanted to impress others, and I was doing all the fuck all that bullshit. No, and now I can see me. I know what I like. I won't eat this. I won't drink that. I won't go there. I won't put that on. That color don't look good on me. I'm a sweaty bitch. Yeah, I got you need to put something underneath here. I know my shit. So when you get to you, no one can touch you. When you find you, that's when people's opinions don't matter. Because it's like, okay, girl, like, am I going to see you tomorrow? That's why when these people talk about high school and that my bullying, these people be mean to them, you will not see these people again.
Right.
And they will probably be dead and gone, girl, before you even remember who they are. And that's T.
I'm quickly reminded of Solange. I tried to drink it away. I tried to fuck it away. Like when that song is a bop. But like when I sat down and let that song hit my spirit, I had to be like, you know what, bitch, you did that shit too. And like I started to actually like you really have like everybody want to be grown, but don't nobody want to do grown man shit. Like when you are grown, like you literally have to face your demons. You have to drag yourself like for real. The girl, Blake will tell you, girl, I've been drunk as a skunk sometimes. I've been at the club. Matt will tell you too, girl, doing too fucking much. And like that was coming from a point of playing, me trying to be the party girl. But through therapy and having real conversation with my friends, many of whom are here today, like I actually sat down and started to sort my shit out. And now not only do I feel like 100 pounds has like just lifted off my spirit, but like I've been able to have better relationships with my homegirls and with family members because that trauma is no longer there.
But you're also were able to listen to your friends who loved you and who told you something that you couldn't see. And what did you do? You got by yourself. You looked at yourself and you said, okay, bitch, let's fix something here. And that's what a lot of these younger people now need is that, okay, who am I? And what do I want to do? What's my 5-year plan? What's my 10-year plan? What goals am I setting for myself? Because I would hate to wake up and not have something to look forward to.
Speaking of which, I need to go revisit my 5-year plan.
I know that's right.
I literally made my 5 and 10 year when I was back in Vegas like months ago because I was in a mode. I needed to sit down and think about what I wanted to do. And I was like, let's start putting these things together. I've already accomplished 2 of those things. So bam. Okay. And it was little stuff, little things. But for the 5-year, but the 10-year, we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to be in a house probably sooner than that. And it's going to be lovely. And I'm going to have properties and I'm going to invest in things. And this channel will grow. And I will have a podcast going and I will be on television doing something. And yeah, it's going to happen. But that's because I believe in my fucking self and I believe in what I'm doing with my shit because I have self-worth because I believe in my worth. Just like Chris said, just like all of us have said here. And just like RuPaul even says sometimes it means it. If you don't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else?
If you don't enjoy your company by yourself, how you expect somebody else to enjoy your company?
I'm just saying, ain't nobody can build you up high enough to tell you anything but you, bitch. So there you go. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm hungry, and I love to roll something right now. Okay, so let's do this here. I'm gonna start with Chris. I'm gonna go to Blakeisha. I'm gonna go to Dooley because I'm gonna do a little dot with our social medias. Chris, where can everybody find you at in social media land?
Yeah, on Twitter and Instagram, it's CDIGGI1. I also have another show called Pop Roast on Alexander Rogers' channel. You can also find that on Spotify and Apple.
All right. Hold on, Trip. Tears in my eyes from the positive discussion amongst 4 young Black men. Thank you for uplifting my Sunday while surviving in this society. Keep it going. Brother, we're here. I ain't even gonna do anything. I'm just gonna say we're here. We've always been here and we got love, okay? That we're out here in the world. These ones, okay? Blakeisha, it's nice to meet you. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media. Okay, there we go.
You can find me on Instagram at Riley B, on Twitter at BA Riley86, and on YouTube at B Riley.
Thank you. I had to do a little Azalea Banks there and put a whole bunch of words in a sentence and try to make it rhyme together, you know. Jibba 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 jab. Yeah, that's how she raps. It's okay, jabba jaw. Speaking of jaws, Dooley underscore noted. Where can they find you, baby? What is your last of socials?
You can find me on Twitter at _DooleyNoted_. You can find me on Instagram for personal at DooleyNoted with 2 underscores. And then for business, DooleyDoesFood, which is also the name of my YouTube channel. Keep an eye out tomorrow for my new video. It's strawberry pie.
Strawberry pie. It's not rhubarb, right?
No, I thought about doing strawberry rhubarb, but I was like, I'm gonna just do straight strawberry.
I hate rhubarb. No. Okay. Y'all know where you can find me at your boy Matty Rants here on YouTube. You can find me also on Facebook and Instagram under the same name, TikTok and Cameo, A Bitch Is Bookable. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, because I need a car, I'm in Houston. Chris knows. This is not the city to walk around in. It's not going to be a
large city.
You got to throw a rock. You're still in the same street. All right. So it's Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants, and PayPal.me/MattyRants. I'm actually going to be making a GoFundMe for the last portion of that, so that way no one has to just send it via this way, because I am almost to my goal. I'm already made half of it just from my YouTube and this and that and saving, and I'm almost to the other half to where I can just get this cute little Honda Civic that I thought I would be lovely. So that's all I'm asking y'all. But listen, I appreciate y'all for being here. This was fucking fun. This was one of my favorite lives we've done. I can't wait for Jamar to come back, and we're gonna miss Chris next week. I don't have a special guest yet, but I'm going to try to get a special guest coming up for the next week. Kizha's coming back for damn sure. Okay. I
would love her for the whole 2 hours.
Okay. Like, seriously. Dooley, I was not prepared. Like, we cut up in the group, but I was like, oh, we're doing this today in full beat. Okay.
At the beginning of it, usually at the beginning of Friday Night Fuckery, because Kizha is a king.
I'm never in the beginning. I'm always like coming right when Jeopardy starts, because I be having to stream on my own channel. But listen, y'all, hey, I appreciate you for being here. Jalen, I see you over here on my PayPal. I love you. I appreciate y'all. Everyone who donated on the channel today, everybody who joined in, all the thumbs up, all the hearts, all the likes. We appreciate y'all. Please go follow my friends too. Make sure you're supporting them on their channels. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I keep on talking here. Like, this is about to last 50. Oh, okay, no, we're done. Thanks for tuning in. Take care, everybody. It's the panel. We'll see you next Sunday. Poos.
Listen. Yeah.